We the nation, and we gotta get it poppin', dropping facts over feelings, and you know we're never stopping. To everyone that is rocking, get ready, cause it's CC for life. No matter what's in front of us, y'all know we're ready to fight. ACF a sports junkie, always keeping it funky with that raw and uncut Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Talk to 'em cause they talk back. People hating while they debating, keep it real wherever their thoughts at. Never walk back and take this real on the channel. Haters can keep the hating pushing if it's too much to handle. If y'all ready for the smoke, drop a flame in the chat. Like Sports Junkie says, talk to us cause you know we talk back. We the nation, and we gotta get it poppin', dropping facts over feelings, and you know we're never stopping. To everyone that is rocking, get ready, cause it's DC for life. No matter what's in front of us, y'all know we're ready to fight. ACF a sports junkie, always keeping it funky with that raw and uncut Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. Talk to them cause they talk back. People hating while they debating, keep it real wherever the thoughts at. Never walk back and take, it's real on this channel. Haters can keep the hating pushing, it's too much to handle. If y'all ready for the smoke, drop a flame in the chat. Like Sports Junkie says, talk to us cause you know we talk back. 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 Come on. You know we talk back. Angry Cowboys fan and Sports Junkie straight chillin'. If you want that raw and uncut with them Cowboys facts, put your comment in the chat cause you know we'll talk back. Leave the hating at the door and just chill with the vibe. And if you with it, hit the like button and subscribe. If facts over feeling, this is how it's designed. So buckle up everybody and enjoy the ride.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing here in Cowboys Nation? What's going on with your Sports Junkie, man?
Same old same, brother. What's up with you?
Nah, you know what it is, man. It's the Facts Over Feelings live stream with your guys, Sports Junkie and the Angry Cowboys fan. We just want to get on here and see how Cowboys Nation's doing when it's getting so close to the 2025 NFL draft. But y'all know how we do it, though. We got to involve Cowboys Nation. So we want to see who rocking with us in the chat. And we involve you guys because your voice matters as well. Your voice matters in this content creation. So we are going to drop the link in the chat so y'all can come up and spit your facts over feelings. But right now, as it turns out, we got Marcus in the building. We got Anthony in the building. What's going on? Hoodie Kush in the house. What's up? Miss Nisi in the building. How you doing? True Cowboys in the building. All right. Darian's in the building. All right. We starting out with a pretty good group right here. But it's been a minute, y'all. How y'all doing? You know, like I suggested in the title, it's Let's Talk Cowboys Facts Over Feelings podcast, Freestyle live stream. So you guys are more than welcome. I will put the link in the chat as well because I know my man Sports Junkie already on it. He like, yeah,
Now we're just gonna talk about whatever they want to talk about today. Whatever y'all put in the chat, that's what we're gonna discuss today, man. We ain't got no certain topic we're gonna attack. But whatever y'all want to talk, just put the comment in the comment section and we'll get to it.
definitely, man. Yo, let's. Yo, Lead Commander, what's going on with you? Lead Commander in the building just came in. All right. Yo, Anthony. Anthony Likes has a podcast up. Go ahead and put your information in the chat so people can know where to find you, brother. I went over, checked out the couple of the videos that you got up. That's what's up. If anybody is starting Cowboys content creation or content creation in general, this is like one piece of advice that I have for you. Put on your thick skin. Put on your thick skin because you are not going to say, you're not going to be 100% liked by everybody. Everybody's not going to like what you say. Everybody's not going to like the takes that you have. What's up?
No. Hell, they not, bro. You gonna get called names, all that, bro. I get called names. Well, both of us do. We get called names. People disagree with us, man. They be killing us in comment section, the chat section. But it's all good, bro. It's all good, man.
And you know the great thing about it is that, you know, we invite you to have your facts over feelings. We invite it, even if you don't agree with us. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't agree. Sports Junkie has said it numerous times, like, we don't agree all the time. We don't agree all the time, but at the same time, we show each other respect. You know what I'm saying? You know, we brothers on this earth and we brothers in this cowboy content creation space. So that's one thing that I want people to really, you know, to really catch hold of is the fact that, is the fact that people put their lives out. You know, people put their lives out in this content creation space. You know, you're not going to agree with everything that we say, but it's being respectful. You know what I'm saying? It's being respectful in the comment section, in the chat section, and everything like that, because there's a lot that content creators sacrifice in order to bring this classy Cowboys content. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. It ain't
But
as easy as it look. It ain't as easy as it look, neither.
it ain't like, you know, and that's a thing that an issue that I have with a lot of critiques, because people critique these players as if they can get on the field and they can do it themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, Dak Prescott suck. He inaccurate. Well, can you do it? No, you can't. Have you ever led a team? Have you ever put a team on your shoulders, led them to a championship? Even though I've had a championship in my lifetime, I ain't put the team on my shoulders. Shit. I did not put the team on my shoulders, and neither did the quarterback. We all did it as a unit, and we all got that ring. I haven't got my ring, but that's a long story.
We got a first question in the comment section by Lead Commander Angry.
Oh, Lead Commander with the first question. Put it on the screen. All right, let's see. First question. You have a new head coach with no head coaching experience and an assembled new staff. What do you expect from them this year? Appreciate you, Lead Commander. What do I expect? I expect the growing pains. I expect the year one growing pains. I just want the Dallas Cowboys to go out there and try their damn best. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's the front office or whether it's down to the long snapper, just go out there and give it your all. You know, I'm not going to put any expectations, because you say, you know, what do I expect from them this year? I'm not really going to put the expectations on them this year, but just go out there and show me something that we could definitely build off of.
I'm saying, I expect playoffs. Yeah, I said it. Y'all heard me say it before. I ain't backing off of that, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because you a first year head coach, you don't get no pass from me. That's no excuse. I ain't justifying it. You know what I mean? I expect playoffs. You got hired because you said, you know what I mean, you was gonna be able to do this and mirror the run game, the pass game. I don't want no excuses, bro. I expect playoffs, man. That's what I expect. You know what I mean? Now, a lot of people call me crazy. Oh, he crazy. He think about the playoffs and this. Nah, man, that's what my expectations. Because if we really being real, right, Cowboys' expectations should be Super Bowls, right? If you don't get a Super Bowl, you failed that year. But we so far removed from Super Bowl contention and even appearances, we got to lower our expectations, right? So our expectations should be now playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So that's my expectations from Shotty. You know what I mean? And at the end of the year, I don't want to hear nobody saying he was a first-year head coach. None of that, man. You know what I mean? I expect playoffs, man. Flat out. Straight up. That's my expectation.
I don't know. I expect them to give us something that we can build off of. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this year isn't the best style of football and coaching that they could give us, that we could build off of it. Like, it's just like the free agency process. You know, we go into free agency after having a good year, let's say like 2023 going into 2024, and Cowboys Nation, we expected the Dallas Cowboys to get better. We expected our Dallas Cowboys, all right, we fell short right here. This is where we need help. Let's fill these holes and keep going. But nah, they didn't do that. They didn't do that.
I don't think I'm alone, though. Hey, chat, am I alone? Do anybody in the chat expect playoffs? Or is it just, am I alone in this? Because that's what I expect. I think a lot of people think we're not going to make the playoffs and we shouldn't be talking playoffs. But I expect the playoffs, man. You know what I mean? Because if you think about all the quarterbacks in the NFC, it ain't crazy. So why should I not expect playoffs? You know what I'm saying? What quarterbacks in the NFC other than Hurts, Jaden Daniels? Who else really in the NFC?
Russell Wilson.
Man, come on, bro.
I mean, bro, like, bro, I don't know how much the Seattle Seahawks Super Bowl with Russell Wilson was more Pete Carroll or Russell Wilson cooking.
The defense.
The defense.
Stop, man. You know what I'm saying? And he's one of the reasons they didn't win the last Super Bowl. A direct reason. You know what I mean? He threw that pick right there. The game was about to be over with. I'm not blaming. I'm not. He still got a ring though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying he's the direct reason they didn't win another one, right? You know what I'm saying? So again, my question is, how many quarterbacks in the NFC do you really fear like that? So why should I feel like we're not gonna make the playoffs? Like, come on, man.
And Lee Commander, real quick. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from your quarterback or whatever like that. Jaden Daniels, he was a monster in year one, but it's this year that I got to see him in order to give him an assessment of, do the Dallas Cowboys have to worry about Jaden Daniels? You know, if he has a year two leap and he is that guy, yeah, he definitely put him on the worry list. But
right. We include him right now because he did have a good year. So let's just include him on this topic right here, right? So we go Jalen Hurts, you got Daniels. Who else, bro? Like, what other quarterback in the NFC do you fear that the Dallas Cowboys should just cancel the playoffs? Who, man? Who? Baker Mayfield? Who, man? Who we talking about? Minnesota, I think they got the NFC. Minnesota got a new quarterback, right? Don't they got a rookie? Don't Minnesota got a rookie?
They got J.J. McCarthy. He was a rookie last year, but he ended up getting injured for the season.
Okay, so you got Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels, and that's it. So why should I not feel like they're not gonna make the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? So you got Carr. Well, he with the Saints, right? And Carr with the Saints.
Yeah, Carr's with the Saints.
All right. So who you fear? Like that's what I'm angry, bro. I know you said that we had this topic before, right? And you said your expectation is not playoffs. But when I break it down to you like that, bro, do it kind of help out a little bit? Like, for real though, bro, what if we was talking about the AFC, we could say Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. You can use old boy from the Chargers. You can throw him in there. Bro, Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, what quarterback in the NFC do you fear that the Cowboys should just not talk playoffs? Man, stop it, man. Stop it, man. Hey, chat. Now that I just said that, I think we're going to the playoffs, man. We're going to the playoffs, man. And another thing, too, people keep talking about like these teams' records last year, but they still got to play on the field. You know what I'm saying? Now, our roster is not better than a lot of these teams, but the game still's got to be played on the field, man. And I feel like we're going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? What up, Force Calibration? You know what I'm saying?
Yo, how long has Joe Burrow been in the league? Let me see. Joe Burrow has been in the league for 5 seasons. All right, 5 seasons, only two playoff appearances. One of those playoff appearances went on to go to a Super Bowl and eventually lost.
Right.
There was a good question that somebody asked, and
Yeah.
before I bring that question up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring Hoodie Kush in the building. What's going on with
So
your Kush?
you see,
Gentlemen.
you see that
What's
you see
going on
that
with you, bro?
right there from Skull Cruncher. Skull Cruncher, he say the AFC is stacked, unlike the NFC, so it's not like impossible to sneak into the playoffs. That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't fear no quarterback in the NFC. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even fearing Jalen Hurts, but Jalen Hurts has got, in my opinion, got a stacked team. So I'm gonna eliminate him. He's a good. He got a ring, so we're not gonna downplay Jalen Hurts. He got a ring, right? But what other quarterback, bro? So why should Cowboy fans not feel like we got a shot at the playoffs? Man, that's crazy to me. I don't know, man. That's crazy to me. You feel me? That's crazy to me. Hoodie, what you
I
got on
understand.
that,
My expectations. I don't have any expectations. I'm just here to wait
Bro,
and see.
No, I get that part, but I'm just saying, like,
what quarterbacks should we be worried about in the NFC? I mean, it's not honestly at this point, at this juncture, it's not about quarterbacks. It's about what pieces they have around them. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's
I
what it comes
understand
down to. You know,
No, I understand that.
Like so you poo-pooed on Russell Wilson. We know Russell Wilson has been on. You kind of did, but we understand that Russell Wilson, in your eyes, is on a downslide. Russell Wilson hasn't had a good team since he left Seattle. Let's be honest, he hasn't. He hasn't had a good team since he left Seattle. He's got a bona fide number one receiver over there in New York. I'm not saying that they're going to usurp the Cowboys for the third best team. I'm not saying that the Washington Commanders are going to hold serve to what they did last season. I'm not even going to say that the Eagles are going to hold serve and do exactly what they did, because they lost a lot of pieces on their defense. That same defense that won them a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? No. So when you pose the question, it's not for me personally, it's not about the quarterbacks. I'm looking at the entire team as a whole.
Yeah, you know but listen, man, I agree with you. But in order to have team success, bro, your quarterback have to have a somewhat, I ain't saying all pro season, but he have to somewhat have a decent season, bro. He's the head of the snake. And let's not act like that's how a lot of people judge things. Or who's the quarterback? Jalen Hurts had a stacked team, but he still had the ball. You know what I mean? He still had to make the throws. You know what I'm saying?
He did what game managers do. Don't fuck up. That's all he did.
I'm not going to trash. He got a ring. He got a ring. I can't. He
didn't fuck up. He didn't fuck up. Like that's. Yeah. Were we looking at what 4 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago? Were we looking at Nick Foles like he was top flight quarterback of the world? Nah, he did his job. Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. That is the main thing for a quarterback. If you have a team like a Jalen Hurts, just had, there's only one thing you can't do. Fuck up.
No, I got you. This wasn't really like a quarterback thing. I was just basically saying, like, as a Cowboy fan, why should we have I ain't talking about expectations like that. I'm talking about the playoffs, bro. Like, why should we just feel like it's impossible just based off what we seeing? I don't. Because most Cowboy fans, bro, is away from the playoffs.
Because I believe there's just way too many variables to put a like stamp on it that we're going to the playoffs. There's way too many variables with the offensive line. There's way too many variables on thinking about what we need to get in the draft in order to even have I'm losing my words. a competitive. There you go. I'm always stuttering and stuff.
It's
But
because
they
of
have
that
a
joint you
competitive
rolled
team.
yesterday. That's what it was.
Yeah, to have a competitive team, there's just way too many variables for the Dallas Cowboys this year. But what we're able to pick up in free agency, because there's still people that are being waived, they're being released from their team. So there's still people that are coming in free agency that we can actually get. But I don't know if it's going to happen before the draft. But there's just way too much to say to be a guaranteed. Yes, we are in the playoffs.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't say that.
I
I didn't say that.
well, no,
I didn't say
no, that's not what you said.
I said
What you
as
stated
an
was
individual.
expectation.
I said what? Me as an individual, I expect them to go to play. I'm not saying they're going to the playoffs. I'm saying that's my expectation, and I don't feel like anybody that say that is wrong for saying that. Now it'd be different if I said we going to the Super Bowl or something like that. That's different.
31 other teams fans feel the same way you do.
Not
31 other teams. Yeah, they do.
Not at all.
Trust me.
The Carolina fans don't feel like they're going to no playoffs. Carolina fans don't feel like they're going to no playoffs, man. Carolina fans, if you was a Carolina fan, you would feel like you're going to the playoffs.
What is a team? What is a team's goal? What is a team's goal at the beginning of every year? What is a team's goal? Win the division, and what does winning the division get you? A playoff berth. A playoff berth. So no matter what, everybody, all 32 teams fans feel the same way. Just like we hype up our players if we get them, they're hyping up their players. You know what I'm saying? Oh, well, we got him, and he's going to be a beast. Right. Mind you, he get out there on the field. He's an alpha, but he's got a bigger alpha across the field from him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not poo-pooing.
Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying, man.
I'm hearing exactly what you're saying.
Y'all switching it, man. You know what I mean?
No,
I'm saying that.
No, you said you as Junkie. You have an expectation. This is your personal expectation, not the coach's expectation, not my expectation, yours. And all I'm saying is, just like you, there's probably one super fan out there for another team who feels the same way. Well, I expect the playoffs.
Nah, man. Do you think when Jerry hired Shotty that he told Jerry we ain't making the playoffs this year? Hell no. So his expectations is the same, bro. And every Cowboy fan should at least have.
Everybody's expectations. Every head coach's expectations are the same. To get to the playoffs, to go for a run. That's everybody's expectation. That's everybody's expectation every year.
No, that's not the way y'all talk.
Because like with the Carolina Panthers example that you gave, like my man John, shout out to One Carolina, he with a few moves, he has an expectation of the playoffs. So it's like every team does have that expectation, but once they get to week 1, week 2, and they getting punched in the mouth, like, oh, we got to go back to the drawing board.
Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, well, that's what I can say though. I can go. The season ain't started, so I can say before the season start, we still got the draft. We still can make other moves. My expectations is playoffs. Now, when the season start, they lose 2-3 games. Now I can say, oh no, we ain't going. But as of right now, before the season start, my expectations is playoff. Hey, what up, Andy? What up, Andy?
That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, ain't nobody trying to switch.
Y'all be trying to make it sound like I'm crazy for saying that. Hell no, I ain't crazy.
No one's trying to flip and switch what you're saying. I hear exactly what you're saying. This is what you're hearing. That's what you're hearing. That's what you're hearing. That great stuff on your chin got you hearing something that you're not supposed to be hearing. You know what I'm saying? In fact, before we get started, how was Hawaii?
It was perfect, bro.
Yeah, you enjoyed yourself? Family and everybody was good? Dope.
Yeah.
Happy for you. Glad you didn't have to be around here for this nut shit that was going on for the past couple of weeks. But no, all I'm saying is, man, it's like everybody, like any self-respecting football fan of a team is going to have an expectation before the season starts, because every coaching staff will tell you. Yeah,
that ain't how I view it, though. That's not how I view it, though, bro.
That's not how you view it. But
let me explain this. Let me explain this to you, bro. The Dallas Cowboys, bro, and certain other organizations' expectations is championships. But we so far removed from that, we got to lower our expectation. The Lakers, the Yankees, like the Cowboys, certain teams if Super Bowl or fail, bro. I know every team want to go to Super Bowl or fail, but certain organizations are held to a higher standard, bro. But in the Dallas Cowboys, it's Super Bowl or fail, right? But since we haven't been to the Super Bowl in so long, not even an NFC Championship game, I have lowered my expectations to playoffs, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
And all I'm saying is those teams that ain't done God knows how long have the same expectations you do. We want to go to the playoffs because in order they're delusional. Come on, bro. Stop. You can't sit here and say that they're delusional. That's crazy.
They delusional, bro. They delusional.
Wow. So the Niners should be delusional. The Niners are delusional.
No, because they've been there multiple times in the past couple years, bro. So no, I'm talking about teams that ain't been even to the playoffs.
But they lost everything. They lost practically everything, though.
Yeah, but I trust their organization.
They literally have almost nothing.
But I trust their organization.
They literally have the same roster we have. No, they literally have the same type of roster we have. A couple of good pieces on defense, a couple of good pieces on offense.
Why we acting like coaching and organization don't matter? They still got a good head coach, bro, and they still got a good organization. Two things that the Cowboys they have better than the Cowboys just with that alone. We haven't seen Shoddy, so we can't judge him.
Okay, we haven't seen Shoddy.
Right, but what I'm saying is, bro, like I trust the 49ers better than the Cowboys, bro. My bad. Go ahead, Angry.
Yeah, and I mean, the 49ers, they've kind of proven it just for the simple fact of what they did in order to get Trey Lance and put themselves in the hole, but still in all, let go of Trey Lance, get it back going, and making it to a championship. So you right about that, Sports Junkie. I definitely trust the front office of the 49ers more than I do.
When it comes to the front office, yeah. I mean, because it all works in tandem, correct? So I feel you.
And the coach.
I feel you.
Yeah, LB, I believe the same thing. Way too many variables as of late. Way too many variables. Darian, JB, and M Breezy be making some dumb takes about Milton being the savior for Dallas. Think he can come and make an easy playoff run. See, I don't call JB the Cowboys fan or M Breezy's takes dumb. That's their takes. That's how they feel, and I'm gonna respect the way that they feel about the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? Do I agree? I don't. I don't agree with them most of the times, but at the same time, we know what it takes to do this content creation stuff, and it takes even more to go against the grain. So I respect what they do. You know what I'm saying? But
do you guys think we'll be better? Do you guys think we'll be better than a 7-win team this season?
You can't ask me that, bro, because I just told you we make the playoffs. No, I do.
No. You said you expect the playoffs. You also said that you're not going to say that we're definitely going to make the playoffs. That's what you said. Well, so I'm asking the question. Do you think that I understand what your expectation is? All I'm saying is, do you think that we have the opportunity to be a better team than a 7-win team?
Yes.
I mean, we could go 8-9. We could go 9-8. We can go 10-7. You know what I'm saying? That would be better than the 7-win team.
No, I expect us to win more than 7 games, bro. I actually got bets out right now that we can make the playoffs. But just for this live, I'm saying the expectations. But I've also got bets that we do make the playoffs, bro. So, that's what I feel. I just don't feel like you can be a 12-5 team 3 seasons in a row. You missed the playoffs 1 year because of injuries and some other stuff, and you just fall to the end and no playoffs, bro. I don't see that happening, bro. You know what I'm saying? But as far as that comment that was about Milton, I think it was about Milton. A lot of people just want something other than the quarterback we have, bro. So if he ball out in the preseason, you know what this talk gonna be. You know what I mean? So. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. Here's a variable that people are forgetting now. Here's the variable that people are forgetting. He has to beat out Will Greer first.
Yeah.
He's got to beat out Will Greer first. He's got to. I mean, because Will Grier has some experience. He has what, like 3-4 years experience at this point.
Yeah, and he has
You know
experience with the Cowboys too. So.
Exactly. So I mean, you got to be able to beat out Will Grier. If you can do that, then you can go ahead and attempt to beat out Dak Prescott. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to happen. Do I want to be like, oh yeah, we got Will Grier, he could beat out Dak? I want him to beat out Dak because at least I know I also have a Dak Prescott and a Joe Milton. That's a hell of a problem to have. Is he going to beat out Dak? Probably not.
Do he feel pressure? Angry, do you think Dak feels pressure by bringing in Milton?
I mean, as of right now, the only thing that they have to run with is the preseason of last year, as well as that Buffalo Bills game against the Patriots.
And that was a tale of two tapes right there.
Yeah, you know, like he played really well against the Buffalo Bills. But my thing is this: I would rather be worried, but be comfortable in my position, knowing that I have somebody that can be behind me and do the damn job seamlessly if something happens to me. Because I did see it in the chat, like we still have to. I think it's this one right here. You know, the end of this comment saying his current concern is hoping Dak can stay healthy, and I think that's everybody's concern, including his.
Right, I'll get you.
Yo, Jay, where you at in North Carolina? Jay Graham said, hell, I live in North Carolina, and none of those fans are talking playoffs. Yeah, I don't live in North Carolina. I was born and raised there, though.
Agree with me then, man.
But
that is the first thing that gotta stay healthy, man.
Yeah,
you do gotta stay healthy, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I'm hoping that he can stay healthy a full season, man, so we can really see. Because you can't really critique your team, bro, unless you got your starting quarterback there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because when the backup come in, they got to change the way they run the ball, where they approach the offense. So I want to be able to see him go a whole year, bro, so we can really see what we working with, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like what we can do. You know what I mean?
Once your ace goes down, I like to think we all know once your ace goes down, everything changes from your blocking schemes to your tight end play to your running back play to your wide receiver routes. Everything plays a part in your ace, in your quarterback. My only pushback for anybody who would say that, oh, this one was better than Dak because he's got this many wins and that one is better. Look at how the offense was dumbed down. You know what the narrative was 22 when Dak went down and Cooper Rush came in and won 4 out of 5 games? Well, the defense is holding people to under 17 points. It's easy to win when your defense ain't letting nobody score. Then we fast forward to this year. The defense wasn't holding people to under 20 points. They were getting scored on. And we saw that even Cooper Rush couldn't keep us in the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he won some, but what he went 4 and 5 this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like we got the best backup system. Now getting Joe Milton, could that be better? Yeah, it could be. Could it be worse? We don't know. Waiting and see. You know.
Word.
Well, Eric made a comment right there. Eric made a comment. He said that the Eagles were trying to get him, but he didn't want to take a 1-year contract because he had a better chance of getting on the field with Dallas. Do you think he did that because he feel like, well, maybe Dak get hurt, I got a chance?
Yes,
you know
yes, and this is where he wanted to be. We had a couple of live.
He got family in Dallas, right?
He got family there.
Yeah, we had a few lives, the three of us, and we talked. I know I expelled upon the fact that I'm hearing everybody saying, "Oh well, we didn't get that person and we didn't get that person." How do we know those guys wanted to be here? Joe Milton is a prime example. Robert Kraft gave him the option. He didn't want to just send him anywhere. He wanted to do right by Joe Milton. He sent Joe Milton where Joe Milton wanted to go. Joe Milton wanted to come to Dallas. And if your theory is right, Junkie, then yeah, that's exactly why I wanted to come. because Dak Prescott he's an older quarterback now, and he has been injured the past few years. 3 out of 5 years, 3 out of 4 years, whatever it is, and he may have a better chance of getting on the field here. But also, he wanted to be here. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference between the dudes we actually got a chance to sign and the dudes who decided not to sign here. The dudes who decided not to sign here didn't want to come here. The dudes who we did sign here wanted to be here. That's the difference.
Right. Hey, Jay Graham, Raleigh in the house. All right. I see you, Raleigh. I'm Asheville, man. I'm from Western North Carolina.
There's nothing wrong with the play. I'm from Chester, Pennsylvania. Trust me, I know how you feel.
He said being a Cowboy fan is a curse. Hey, it surely is hard being a Cowboy fan. I'll tell you that.
It is, bro.
I'll tell you that, man.
It is hard.
Bro, I'm from the Philadelphia area, so I got to hear it from these dudes all the time. All the time. Even more so now. In the past decade, I hear it from every corner. You hear me? Does it stop me? No, I'm still a Cowboy.
Yeah, man. I went to a horror convention at the Greater Philadelphia Expo in King of Prussia. That's where we stayed, and I was at the hotel checking in and everything. You know me, I don't give a damn. Cowboys hat, had my jersey on, bam, checking in. Man, the receptionist was like, I ain't giving you your key. I was like, what? She was like, you got that cowboy stuff on, and she went like that, showed me a bicep, Eagles tattoo, and then the lady behind me, she was like, oh, cowboy, whoop, Eagles tattoo. I'm like, oh man, hold on, let me take a picture of this real quick. Shoot. Darius says Mike McCarthy didn't know what he was doing, having Dak throwing the ball 86 times a game. Yeah, see that's been established with Dak Prescott. If you got a good run game, like once Dak starts throwing over 30 passes per game, that's when we get into interception territory. You know what I'm saying? When he feels like he has to put the entire game on his shoulders, that's when you're going to have the interceptions.
That's any QB in this league. That's any QB in this league. You throw a QB out there with a one in a possible and expect him with no run game to throw the ball 50 to 60 times and win, you're kidding yourself. You're kidding yourself because now you're just a completely one-dimensional team. Everybody knows what to do. Like everybody knows exactly what to do.
When he get hurt, then you want to run the ball. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't get it, bro. So he get hurt now. You want.
Mike McCarthy was saying it for 4 years straight. They got rid of Kellen Moore. Talking about, I just wish you would run the damn ball and run the ball and run the ball. Well, we got to get some guys in here so we can run the ball. And what did he do in the first 8 games of last season? Not run the damn ball. That's for sure.
Yeah.
We're going to have a running back by committee. Why? What for? It is clear that Rico Dowdle was the dude who needed to get those touches, not Zeke, not Cook, not Deuce Vaughn, not Rico. Rico proved it. Like a lot of people, I hear now a lot of people saying, "Oh well, they had a young offensive line." Well, Rico Dowdle still got 1,000 yards behind that young offensive line.
Yeah,
I said that. I said that. Hey, shout out to D'Angelo Brown for the super chat, man.
Yes, shout out to D'Angelo Brown.
Suave said, Suave made a good comment right there. He said, Suave D. He said, I've lost it.
No, I see. It's hard because the front office doesn't operate with enough urgency, and there are no consequences for them if their plans fail miserably because Jerry Jones is his GM.
He's the owner. He's the owner, the GM, the coach, all that, bro.
I ain't gonna give him the coach, but he's all definitely that. The GM. He's the GM. He's the
all that.
He's
man.
the check writer. He's
all that
dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
all that, man. And the reason I say coach is because I think Jerry was responsible for Zeke playing that day.
Yes.
I think Jerry was responsible for Rico all of a sudden being sick. Ain't that a coaching decision? So, like I said, he the coach too, man.
Yeah.
He the coach too.
Yeah, real quick. I'll just show y'all real quick what I was talking about. Bam.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah, shout out to the two ladies down at King of Prussia,
the,
yo.
The chick on the left, her line work shoddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, her line work is trash.
Yeah, man.
Who is the Dumont family?
Huh?
Who's the Dumont family?
The Dumont family?
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I think they mean
Jerry
DuPont.
Jones.
The DuPont family.
Who is that?
DuPont. You never heard of DuPont?
I don't know.
You never heard of DuPont?
No.
They got into a lot of what 10, 15, maybe 20 years ago. The DuPont family was dirty.
What they do?
They was dirty. It was just dirty. Yeah. That was a dirty family, man. They did a lot of shady shit.
Who's the Dallas? Who is it?
Yeah,
Dallas?
DuPont Stainmaster Carpets. I only know about. That's who it is.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's DuPont. Yeah, it was a whole family of them. They was dirty, dog. They was dirty. Like they were the worst family, the worst. Like you think Johnson & Johnson is bad? Nah, DuPont got them beat. You think Jerry bad? DuPont got them beat, bro.
No.
I think Jerry the worst, bro.
Eric says, hey, if he gets the opportunity to play, bye-bye to Dak Prescott in Dallas.
Who is that, Milton?
Nah, yeah, Milton the third. Yeah. See.
All right, y'all said the same thing about the bull Trey Lance. And y'all said the same thing about Cooper Rush. And they said the same thing about this one and that Ben DiNucci. I remember when Ben DiNucci was here. The Cowboys might have one with Ben. All he did was play a half of an Eagles game, and you never saw him again. Ben DiNucci, come on, guys, let's stop.
I mean, my thing is like, just because we get a backup quarterback, I'm excited for the simple fact that, okay, we have potential, whether it's potential on backing Dak Prescott up. If we see great potential in the preseason, then we may have somebody that can potentially take Dak Prescott's job. But we were talking about the Jones family. Y'all know damn well they are not going to pay this man $60 million to sit and hold a clipboard.
If they brought back Zeke and cooked up a this guy is sick story just to get Zeke on the field, what makes you think they're going to sit Dak Prescott? They're not doing that. Come on.
My thing with the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, bro. I don't want to drop off too far. Like if Dak was to go down, bro, I don't want the season to be just over with. Remember how the Romo seasons was? Remember how we were Cowboys, man? When Romo go, it's over, bro. It's done. I just don't want that, bro. You might be not as talented, or the offense changed a little bit, but I don't want it to like go all the way off. That's why I always say weapons, bro. So you don't want to bring in a quarterback that's not a starter and he only got CeeDee Lamb. So that's why I always say get some weapons. If that go down, the quarterback still got weapons, right? He still can make plays and stuff like that, bro. I just don't want the drop off to be too far. And with Milton, it's only preseason. I don't know, man. But if that go down, I want Greer to come in or Milton to come in and be able to run the exact same offense. Nothing changes, bro. Like Baltimore, you got Lamar Jackson. Now they got Cooper Rush. If Lamar Jackson go down, that offense drastically changes, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's I don't want that to be the case with the Dallas Cowboys.
I feel you.
That's how
I had a conversation with my brother earlier. He's an Eagles fan, and I gave him a comment. I said, the Eagles offense is quarterback proof. It is 100% quarterback proof. Did you see what two of their backups did to us in the last game? Two of their backups.
No, yeah, they kind of
offensive with Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, and Devontae Smith, and that number one offensive line. That team is quarterback proof. Unless somebody on the offensive line falls off a cliff, that is the only way. But other than that, they are quarterback proof. If you can look up the stats if you want. You can look up the statistics or like the game statistics when Jalen Hurts is playing and when Jalen Hurts isn't playing just last season. But that team, that offense is quarterback proof. That's what I would like. I would like a quarterback proof offense. You know what I'm saying? Where there is no drop off when the quarterback comes in. You don't got to change a thing.
Right.
You don't got to change it. So I agree with you, Junkie. That's what I want. I don't want you to have to say, all right, well, now we got to go 5 and ins and 5 and outs and run. No, you should be able to keep your playbook open. And the quarterback that's coming in to back up your starter should be able to fit in seamlessly.
Right.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah,
Man.
I completely
I
agree
agree
with
with you,
that
man.
too. And I feel that each position should have that. I mean, your key positions and everything. Like, if you got Micah Parsons, and then coming in after Micah Parsons should be a dog. You know, he may not have these same type of abilities as a Micah Parsons, but the talent doesn't drop off on the defensive end because Micah's out of the game. You know, if we get a running back in this draft and everything,
We're
like
Jackson crazy.
if we get a run, damn, excuse me, damn, hold on, y'all, go ahead.
Hey, why do you he was talking about Micah Parsons. Why do you think the Cowboys haven't signed Micah Parsons? Like, is it a reason?
I don't think it's the Cowboys.
They have to know
I don't think
they have to know that the price is getting higher and higher and higher, bro.
I get that, but I don't think it's the Cowboys not signing them. I mean, look, Jerry even said it. I've already had conversations with Micah. I've already offered him X amount of whatever. He didn't get into the details of it. I've already done that part. All there's left to do is sign the deal. But here's where everybody's making a big stink about it. The agent. Did you know that Jerry gave Zach Martin more money without his agent? You know what I'm saying? Like, now these younger guys, I give it to them. They're smarter now. They're wiser when it comes to this. This is why they have financial literacy classes. Micah doesn't want to do anything without his agent, and I respect that. Jerry has to respect that. But at the same time, I do respect the fact that Jerry's willing to say, hey, bro, come talk to me. Let's hash out a deal.
But at the same time, Micah Parsons has to walk that walk. He has to talk that talk. He has to be the one to say, if Jerry's coming in, come on, Micah, let me have a conversation with you. Nope, talk to my agent. Because there's been times where Micah has been negotiating his contract out in the media himself. It hasn't been his agent.
Yeah.
You know, what's 30 and 40 million? That's only 10 million, pretty much. I'm paraphrasing. But if you're talking about on X or whatever, to consult my agent, do everything with your agent. Don't talk to Jerry. Don't go on his yacht. Don't go on his private jet or whatever he has. Let the agent do it. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly,
Yeah, but
because,
I don't agree with that
go
one
ahead.
right there. But
because what I'm saying is that it's circumventing the pecking order. You know what I'm saying? You have an agent there for a reason. So if Jerry Jones can feel like he could just go and circumvent the pecking order, then what is that teaching our players? That they can circumvent the pecking order whenever it comes to coaching and going straight to the GM/owner of the team.
I get it.
Yeah, the agents still get paid. So basically, if you go behind the agent back and do it, he just didn't have to do nothing. He got paid for free because once you sign to an agent, they get that
No matter
percentage.
what,
No
they
matter
still
if
get
they
they still get that
negotiated.
10 to 11%.
No matter what. So why would you do that? And if you think about it, Dez Bryant came out years ago and said, "Why would I negotiate with Jerry when that's not my thing?" You know, just like Jerry can't come out here and do what I do on the field, I can't do what Jerry Jones do in the office. So why would he do that, bro? And then on top of that, Dak Prescott agent just came out last week or something like that and talked about how Dak Prescott negotiations went.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let the agent do the money, bro, because when you go in those negotiations, bro, Jerry Jones gonna tell Micah Parsons, hey, you didn't do this in the playoffs. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. He's gonna say all these bad things about him, bro, that you ain't gonna want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So that's where the agent come in at. You know what I mean? He can tell the agent that, and then the agent can say, nah, bro, this is what it is, and we're gonna keep negotiating. People call Dak Prescott greedy and all that, but go watch his agent interview, bro. Watch that interview, and you will see how that stuff be taking place, man.
So,
that's it. Hey, man, you handle all that.
Let me ask you something.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Let me ask you something. Do we blame Micah Parsons for coming out earlier before the season ends saying I don't need to be a $40 million player? Do we blame him or do we blame Jerry for not getting the signing done.
That's
I blame Jerry, bro.
Because in one voice, Mike is saying, "I'm willing to take a pay cut to make this team better." Okay, I'm willing to circumvent the rules to make this team better. So then, when Jerry actually comes to the table to help him do those things, now it's you need to talk to my agent. So who do we blame? Do we blame?
No, that's not what happened. Though, bro.
That is what happened.
That's not what happened.
That's literally what happened.
No, it's not. You got to put context. I'm gonna explain this to you, man. You got to put context. Listen to what you just said. If I said I'm willing to take a pay cut to make the team better, what have Jerry done to make the team better? Like if I'm Micah Parsons, bro, and I come out and I say, "Hey, man, I'm willing to take a pay cut to make the team better," but then I sit back and I see Keenan Allen didn't get signed. I see you ain't even reach out to Stephon Diggs. You didn't call Cooper Kupp. I mean, like, what are you doing?
I got to stop you there.
Show me. What are you?
Hold on.
I'm not talking about those receivers.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about whether we got. I'm not talking about whether we got those receivers or not. I'm saying because I didn't want Stephon Diggs, but I'm just using his name because there was people out there. So if I'm Micah Parsons and I ain't seen you do nothing, bro, nothing, zero. You let depth pieces come in. You let Lewis walk away. You restructured all these contracts and not do nothing with it. Why would I take a pay cut? That don't even make sense to me, bro. It don't, man.
You let one of the guys that I wanted to retain and Chauncey Golston walk out the door. So why would I want to do a pay cut for you now?
So now let me ask this question. Is it that we didn't retain them, or is it because those guys did not want to be here?
All right, talk louder. I can't hear you.
Is it because we did? Is it because Jerry didn't do enough, or is it because those guys didn't want to be here? I'll give you Jordan Lewis. Okay, it was time for Jordan Lewis to stop taking team-friendly deals. This dude has been a cannon for this team since he's been here. You know what I'm saying? Post-injury and pre-injury and post-injury. You know what I'm saying? He's been a mainstay. So I agree with that. I'm looking at Chauncey Golston just like no, I'm not even going to say that. I was going to say I'm looking at Chauncey Golston like I looked at Dorrance Armstrong. But Dorrance Armstrong was more productive than Chauncey Golston while he was here. So I'm not even going to do that. I look at Chauncey Golston like an ancillary piece that he actually was. If dudes didn't get hurt, if dudes didn't get hurt, we wouldn't have saw Chauncey Golston. Let's be honest. Honest. We wouldn't have saw Chauncey Golston.
If you're Micah Parsons, bro, what Jerry has done so far, you like that? Stop being hoodie. Stop being hoodie. You're Micah Parsons, bro, and you're willing to take that pay cut. Could have meant I sign now and won't wait till next year and get more money. That pay cut meant how if I'm Micah Parsons, bro, Jerry has done nothing for me to take a pay cut, bro. You ain't go get Amari. It's all kind of people out here you could at least called or something. You have done nothing, bro. And then Jerry comes out and says, "Oh, I don't think we need to do nothing in free agency. We don't got no boxes, bro. Why would I take a pay cut? That don't even make sense. That's not logical."
Before we get into this, let me get this.
One more thing.
Good.
Go, you had one more thing, then I'll get into the super chat.
All right.
One more thing.
I can't
one
say.
More thing, Kush, hold on.
Go ahead.
I can't say.
Go ahead.
I can't say Jerry did nothing. I can't say Jerry didn't call nobody because Jerry wanted Cooper Kupp. Jerry wanted and went out and tried to get Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, dude.
Jerry went out and tried to get Dre Greenlaw. Dre Greenlaw did not.
Nah, man.
Go ahead, Angry.
Nah, bro.
All righty, got a $5 super chat for Force Calibration, bro. Appreciate your support and being DC for life. Says appreciate y'all, but every time Dak got hurt or a below average season, my guy bounces back. Absolutely right. Bounces back. When he was trying to attach his ankle back to his leg, that following year came back and balled. Hurt his thumb, even though he had a high interception rate, came out, did his thing, made it to the playoffs. So yeah, I have that thought as well. Force Calibration. I'm just, I got my fingers crossed that he'll come back, drop 30 something pounds, come back and be a monster that he is. Y'all got anything on this?
You know what I'm saying? Another thing too.
That's 100% fact. I mean, like, the ankle injury came back and balled out. The thumb injury came back and then retired the GOAT. Let's see, the calf injury, same year, retired the GOAT. Now this hamstring. Pardon me. We shall see. I mean, so I agree. He's always bounced back. I don't have any reason to think he can't do it again.
Yeah, nah, man. I got nothing to say to it. You guys hit it on there, bro. Like, he always ball out, man. But he a year older and another injury, so we got to see. You know what I mean? But if we just going off the past, he always come out and ball out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Always, man. Salute to you, force calibration. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying, man, like, first of all, bro, this is how it operates, bro. The salary cap go up every single year, man. So when you go to negotiate with Micah, this is the starting point, bro. We start at Myles Garrett. That's where we start. You know what I mean? That's the starting point, bro. Now we're gonna go to years and guarantees. But the starting point is 40, bro. That's just how it go, man. If people don't like it, it's just what it is, man. I don't know why we gotta, not us, but people got to keep talking about the money and stuff like that. This is how the NFL work, bro. This is how pro teams work. If an elite talent get money, I don't care if it's $1 more, bro. That's where it starts. So if Myles Garrett got 40, when you go to talk to Micah Parsons, that's where it started at. Don't come over here talking about 35 and 30, bro. That's just not how it works, man.
All right.
It's maybe it should be that way, but that's how it is, man. Hey, shout out to I think Swab for the super chat, man.
All right.
He said they want the players to help them by accepting less money, but they refuse to help the players by being active in free agency. How is this fair? Then that's exactly what I'm saying, that's bro. You know what I mean? The reason, and then this is what people like to say. This because I know how this goes, bro. So then people say, well, Tom Brady took a team-friendly deal. Bro, Tom Brady had faith that his organization was going to do what they had to do to win Super Bowls. And he had Bill Parcells as I think he was the GM and the coach. And the owner wasn't in the way. So, of course, if you Tom Brady, you would take a pay cut. Ain't nobody taking no pay cut for Dallas.
Tom Brady. What happened? Why did Tom Brady leave the New England Patriots and go to the Tampa Bay Bucks? It's because he was taking team-friendly discounts and they weren't doing anything for him. They weren't getting him any talent.
I get it.
That's why he went to Tampa Bay.
I get it.
So you could take team-friendly discounts. Huh?
And they wanted him up out of there. And Bill Belichick wanted Tom Brady gone. Remember, the owner vetoed it the first year. You know what I mean? The owner stepped in and said no. You know what I mean? And then he went right over there to a team that was already built and went right to the Super Bowl, bro. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Like, why would I take a pay cut? I don't understand it, bro.
I'm not asking the boys.
I'm on the player side.
I'm not asking them to take it. I'm on the player side. Take a pay cut. But I'm not asking him to take a pay cut. But I keep hearing everybody saying, well, Micah's got to stay true to his word. But if he doesn't stay true to his word, then he's greedy. So it's like, what is it that we want? You know what I'm saying? Now, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be 100% honest. Keenan Allen said he only wants to play for two teams, the Chargers and the Bears. Do you think he wants to come here? I don't care how much money we throw at him. Do you think he wants to come here?
Man,
that's what it comes.
That's not true. Myles Garrett
comes down to.
Man, no, it ain't. Man, Myles Garrett just said he want to leave, and they threw him some money. And he stayed. I don't be believing nothing these players be saying, man.
That's Myles Garrett,
bro.
That's Myles Garrett who just got.
Bro, but you're using an example as a player, bro. You're using an example as a player. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant said he wanted to leave. Where did he stay? Where does Kobe Bryant stay? For the Lakers. These players be just talking in the media, bro. They negotiate in the media, man. That's what they be doing. I ain't saying all of them, but a lot of these players do not meaning what they say, bro. They don't.
Bro, so we shouldn't take Micah Parsons serious when he said he's willing to take less.
What'd you say, Andrew?
I said the players, they're getting wise. They're getting wise to this. They're like, if the front office and the GMs are going to use the media in order to negotiate these contracts, I'm going to do the same.
I mean, I don't blame him. I'm not sitting here advocating for Jerry Jones and the front office. I'm not sitting here doing that. I want what's best for the team. If paying Micah Parsons $200 million a year for 4 or 5 years, 5 or 6 years, it gets this team better, pay him. I don't care what it costs. Pay him. You know what I'm saying? If getting a top flight number 2 receiver from another team like a Tyreek Hill or somebody like that is going to make this team better, I'm all for it. I'm not advocating for the Joneses. All I'm saying is we have to give these guys a little bit more credit than what we're giving them. Now these teams, the guys that we grabbed.
Who is these boys? Who are you referring to?
The Cowboys.
Like the organization?
Yes, the organization. You got to give them just a little bit more credit than what we've been giving them. Because if you look at it, bro, we're bringing in talent. Maybe it's not the talent that we want, but it's the talent that our coaches probably could work with better than where they were. Sometimes, again, I don't know how many times I can stress this. Who was Zach Bond before he went to the Eagles and became an All-Pro? He was a special teamer for the Saints. Sometimes people see things differently for other players.
Yeah, sometimes a change of scenery.
Scenery is all you need. You said we got Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders probably ain't going to be all that good. He wasn't all that good.
Okay.
He wasn't all that good in Carolina.
I'm glad you said that. So we got him, but you want Micah Parsons to take a pay cut because that's what you see them doing. Hell no, bro. Hell no. If I'm gonna be sorry, I'm gonna be sorry and paid.
I didn't say I wanted to.
Listen, Myles Garrett went back over there and signed with Cleveland, knowing they're gonna be sorry. They paid the man, bro. Free agency, you have to overpay sometimes.
I never said I wanted Micah to take a pay cut. What my point was, at one point we're gonna hold Micah's feet to the fire when he says, "I don't need to be a $40 million dude." But then we're turning around and saying, oh, no, you pay him whatever he wants. I don't care what he said. And it's all Jerry's fault that it's not done when the agent has something to say about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to hold Micah's feet to the fire when he says, oh, I could take less because we didn't do nothing, because we didn't get the players we as fans wanted. We don't know what these guys are going to look like this year. We don't. We don't know what these guys are going to look like this year.
What do you think Jerry's motives was to go to the agent to Micah without the agent? What was his motives?
To sign him. That was his motives. To sign him to whatever. He's holding Micah's feet. He's holding Micah's feet to the fire. He is holding Micah's feet to the fire.
I'm not. He did it to try to
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is holding Micah's feet to the fire by going directly to him.
Bro, he did it to get a cheaper price. You know what I'm saying? And see, let me tell you something too, man.
He's holding Micah's feet to the fire. What did Micah Parsons say in every press conference? I don't need to be the highest paid. I don't need to be.
I don't care what he said. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't care what he said. I don't believe him.
So then when Jerry Jones,
bro, Micah Parsons will be a dummy. He would be a dummy. This is his first re-up, right? He would be a dummy.
So when Jerry Jones goes into a low offer, how can we sit here and blame Jerry Jones for doing that?
Because I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna answer your question right now. Just hear me out. Right? Because all you're thinking about is money, right? An agent, bro. Do you know when an agent write up that contract? Them contracts is pages long, bro. It can be something in there to say if you do something on your podcast, you got to get the money back. If you get a DUI, you got to get the money back. That's what the agent is for. It's not just the money, bro. Listen, a lot of you. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So it's not just about the money. Micah might, whatever Jerry offered him, Micah might agree with it with his agent, but he want his agent involved, so you can't dick him around, man. So you can't.
I'm fine with that.
That's what I'm saying. So why did Jerry go around his agent, to try to scam him, bro? That's why he did it, to try to scam him.
I'm not going to say scam. He's holding his feet to the fire. When somebody said, if I was to go to my job right now and say, yo, you can knock off $5 off my hourly rate per hour, and they actually try to hold me to that, can I complain?
Man, I think it's like this. I think it's like this. If you go to your job and you have a base salary, and let's say you're a part of a union and you have a union rep and everything, you go in there and say, I'll take $5-7 less. Your union rep gonna be like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I get it. That's what I'm saying. Jerry is trying to hold Micah's feet to the fire, not me, not the fan
Jerry
base.
is trying to scam Micah, bro. He ain't trying to hold his feet to the fire.
Micah
He's
said
trying to
he
scam
didn't
me, bro.
Mike could say
He's trying to scam me, man. Bro, he's trying to scam him. I don't understand why you don't see that. He's trying to scam him, bro.
You can call it a scam if you want, okay? Micah said, I don't need to be a $40 million dude. Jerry said, ooh, music to my ears. I can go straight to Micah. Hey, Micah, how about this? You said you don't need to be a $40 million dude. What's popping? That's Jerry holding Micah's feet to the fire. That's not a scam.
No, holding Micah's feet to the fire will be Jerry going to Micah's agent and say, look at this video. Your client said he'd take $40 million. That's him holding his 2 feet to the fire. Jerry going behind Jerry going behind the agent's back is trying to get him for a cheaper deal. No matter how you see it, bro. It's kind of common sense. It's common sense, man.
I kind of get what you mean. Micah Parsons shouldn't have opened that door. He opened the door for negotiations behind his agent's back by saying what he said, by being buddy and chummy. And I believe that when you are drafted to this team, don't go under the wing, because once you go under the wing of Jerry Jones, he's going to expect stuff from you. Like whenever it's contract time and you want the highest paid, but it's like, bro, come on, man. You were on my yacht, man. I had you in the helicopter. I thought we was cool.
You heard Dak Prescott say one time, oh no, I don't need to be the highest quarterback. Once. And then Todd France shut it down. Once the OTA started, you didn't hear from Dak anymore. Now then it went from, oh, I don't need to be the highest paid. Oh no, I need to worry about my brothers in arms. That's what he was saying. So then when he got that 60 sets up the next quarterback or the next contract. Micah's contract will set up the next contract. I know exactly what you're saying, Junkie. I know what you mean when you say that Jerry is trying to scam Micah. He actually offered him 38. You want me to tell you? He offered Micah 38. That's what he offered.
Bro, and
he offered him $2 million less. He offered him $2 million less. He offered him $2 million less than Miles Garrett.
All right, I'm gonna bring in somebody else.
He offered him $2 million less than Miles Garrett, but he offered him $3 million more than Max Crosby. That's what he did.
Bro,
he met in the middle. We know where it's supposed to start. We know where it's supposed to start. But what you're not getting is that's what Micah did. By Micah opening up his mouth, that's what Micah did.
All right, I'm gonna bring
on. I don't care what I said, bro. It started at 40. That's where it started. You know what I'm saying? That's where it started. That's where it started. You feel me? If you wanted to offer me 30, if you want to offer me 38, you should have offered me 38 before Myles Garrett got his. Then we can talk about 38. But you let Myles Garrett go. Matter of fact, let Micah play a whole nother season and watch what it go to. It's gonna be 45. Jerry needs to stop being weak, bro.
And whose fault is that?
Jerry.
All right then. So don't sit here and try to tell me that I'm trying to put out a narrative that Jerry Jones should be absolved. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is there's two parties in this, and they always say it takes two to negotiate. It takes two. So if Jerry Jones is negotiating through the media and Micah Parsons is negotiating through the media by saying, I don't need to be the highest paid, I don't need to be this, I don't need to be that, and Jerry tries to hold him to that, how can you be mad?
All right.
How can you be mad?
I don't agree with you, bro. I don't believe Jerry tried to hold Micah feet to nothing, bro. If you was trying to hold Micah feet to the fire, you could have still went to his agent and said, hey, your client said this is what he'd get. And then the reports would have came out, then I would agree with you. Anytime, that's like you get arrested, bro. You don't go talk to nobody without a lawyer, bro, because there's certain terminologies you don't understand. It's certain terminologies Micah don't understand. All Micah understand is money. He don't understand the clauses and all this other stuff, bro. Jerry went behind Micah Parsons, his agent, back to get a cheaper deal and to swindle him. I'm not talking about swindle him like a scam, like to hurt him.
That's literally what you're saying.
To get a cheaper deal, he went behind his back, bro. That's why. Otherwise, he'd have went to his agent.
If that was the case, right? Hear me out. If that was the case, why isn't CD Lamb making more than Justin Jefferson, and he had a better season than him?
He agreed to it, bro. You still can agree to it. And if CeeDee Lamb would have held out more, bro, you know why? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. No. Let me tell you why. Because CeeDee Lamb. Let me tell you why, bro. CeeDee Lamb wanted to get on the field, bro. Because if CeeDee would have held out longer, he would have been the highest paid, bro. Facts.
How about Jerry went to Micah after he said what he said, and the contract was going to be whatever they agreed, but Micah wasn't going. Jerry could have said, "I'm going to give you $42 million." It doesn't make a difference. Micah was still going to go to his agent to make sure all I's and T's was crossed. Jerry might have tried to get him for 38 because Micah said I was going to take less, but he still was going to go to his agent.
Regardless. And that's what Mike is saying now. He's saying, I'm not making a deal without my agent. I'm cool with what you're offering me, but let's take this to my agent. That's what was said. That's what was done. Mike is saying that I don't need to be the highest paid whatever. Gave Jerry the opportunity to say, "Ooh, okay, I'm going to offer you this." And then Micah said, "All right, I'm kind of cool with that offer. How about we run this past my agent?"
Hey, Angry, do you got Micah Parsons' exact quote? Do you got Micah Parsons' exact quote or no? No, I got
exact quote to what?
Exactly to the Jerry going behind his agent. Listen to how Micah structured his quote, bro. Look, like it'll tell you everything.
I know what Micah said.
Well, no, I want to get his exact. I don't want to butcher what he said, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to put context behind what he said, bro, because I don't understand how not you, but how people don't understand. You know what I mean? That Jerry did that to try to get Micah for a cheaper price, bro. Like that's why you have an agent
trying to get him for a cheaper price. That's Jerry. That's what he's supposed to do.
That's what I'm saying. But Kush is saying is Jerry holding his feet to the fire.
Every player on the team for a cheaper price.
Exactly.
You know the funny thing is that both of y'all could be right. Both of y'all can be right that Jerry wanted to hold his feet to the fire, but Jerry wanted to sign him to a cheaper deal. Like both of y'all can be right in this whole thing, but Micah Parsons said facts. Go ahead.
David is the best.
Read it.
He said his tweet was, "Well, you know what? This is how we do it." Here we go. Why am I reading it when y'all can see it? It says facts right here.
But it's the best.
David is the best and will not be doing any deals without David what is his name? David Mulugeta involved. Like anyone with good sense, I hire experts for a reason. There is no one I trust more when it comes to negotiating contracts than David. There will be no back doors in this contract negotiation. But the thing is, Micah, you can't sit here, open the screen door and be like, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, I'm ready for the contract." And then when he gets to the door, you're like, "Nope, you got to talk to my agent."
Okay, break it down.
Hold on. Why I can't do that? If I'm Micah Parsons, why I can't do that? You did it. You said we was going all in. You didn't do nothing. So why I can't do that?
Break it down in simple, everybody, everyday language. Just say if you was going to go buy a used car, you might go make a deal for the used car and say I'm gonna pay this, but then you're like, but I'm not going to buy this car until my mechanic checks it out. You already agreed on the price, but you're not going to buy that car until your mechanic come check it out. That's the same thing.
When I play GTA, I say, "Yo, fellas, my budget is $1 million on a car. My budget is $1 million. I'll go buy 5 cars because my budget's $1 million." You know what I'm saying? That's my budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it comes down. You can't sit here and say, "Hey, I am willing to take less. I am willing to take less."
Bro, I can say whatever the hell I want to say.
Because that's what he said.
Bro, I can say whatever I want to say. Don't mean. Listen, bro.
So you can't get mad?
I'm not mad, but bro. Just because I say I'm willing to check people, Jerry came out and said he don't even know Michael agent name. Bro, stop it, bro. The dude tried to swindle him. It's just that simple, bro. Everybody knows, and he tried to swindle him, bro. And I don't care what nobody say. You never going to me to convince me, bro. If Micah come out and say I take the cheaper price, hold on. if Micah comes say I'll take a cheaper price, he can go he still can go to his agent. Why did you try to go behind the man back? It's because you're trying to swindle him. It's just that simple, bro. It's just that simple. And I don't blame Jerry because he's want to get him for the cheapest price. I don't blame you. I'm not blaming Jerry because he's trying to get him for the cheaper price. But let's not act like, because Des Bryant came out and said the same thing years ago. Do you guys remember that? Or do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Y'all remember? Okay, so Jerry Jones tried to go out there and go behind Micah back, bro, to get a cheaper price, bro. That's just the way it is, bro. And he was fighting on up.
So listen, you can't be mad at Jerry for giving you what you want.
I can say, bro, let me tell you something, bro. It's been people that said stuff in the media. It's been people in other sports and all that, bro, that done committed to other teams verbally and then signed to another team. So what I say in the media don't mean nothing unless I'm in the room with my contract, bro. I can say whatever I want to say in front of any camera. Stephen A. Smith do it all the time. You think he mean all that stuff he say? No, he said it in front of the camera, bro. Jerry stay in front of the camera all the time. Zeke who? I ain't paying Zeke. Zeke all in Cabo. What happened? He paid the man. All in. I'm gonna go all in. All this other stuff. What happened? He didn't do nothing. So don't tell me what I can and can't say in the media, bro. I can say whatever I want to say. But when it come down to signing them papers, bro, that's what matter, bro. That's what matter. I can say whatever I want to say on front of a camera, bro. Come on, man. Y'all act like just because I said in front of a camera. So if I say something in front of a camera, that's a contract. So I signed a contract saying I take it back. No, bro, y'all tripping.
Why did we give Jerry such hell when CD held out and he blatantly said something crazy like, well, I know Dak's here. I mean, not all my guys are here, but Dak's here, but he still ended up paying him. Why is it that when Zeke held out for his $90 million, it was Zeke who, but he still ended up paying him. So we know that you're going to pay them. We know that. But none of those dudes said out in the media, put it out in the ether and said, oh no, I'll take less to make the team better. I'll take less. None of them said that, but Micah. So when Micah says it and Jerry goes ahead and does the sensible thing, oh yeah, he's going to take less? All right, cool. Let's go talk to him real quick. Micah asked for his number. Micah asked to see Jerry. Jerry didn't ask to see Micah. Micah asked to see Jerry. So when they finally got together and they tried to hash out a deal was done. The problem was the agent wasn't involved. That was the problem for you and for most of the other people. The agent wasn't involved.
First of all,
but when Micah decided he wanted to open up his jibs and say, I am willing to take less, I don't need to be the highest paid, you gave Jerry the green light to usurp your agent to circumvent the rules.
No, you didn't.
Yes, you did.
Micah ain't never said. Micah ain't never came out and said, "Hey, we can do business without my agent." He said, "I'll take less," right? You know. And let me tell you another thing. The agent worked for me. He worked for me. So I don't care what deal the agent say. If I say I want to take this deal, that's the deal we're gonna take. The agent works for me, not the other way around. I hired the agent to do my business.
The agent worked for you.
The agent worked for me, bro.
Yeah. If the agent worked for you, why couldn't Dak take less then? Because the agent worked for him.
Bro, so now we're gonna say the agent, bro. I'm not gonna argue. Never mind, bro.
No,
I don't like arguing back.
If the agent works for you, you just say I'm gonna take less. Let me take Dak name out.
Yeah, right.
If the agent worked for you, why can't Micah say I'm gonna take 37? That's it. I just want to play,
bro. Listen, bro. This is what I'm trying to say. I don't like talking in bad faith, bro. Are we really sitting up here saying that the agent don't work for the player?
No.
Is that what you're saying?
You said the agent worked for the player.
Bro, if the agent worked for the bro,
I'm gonna take 37.
Bro, I don't care, bro.
That's it.
Bro,
let me play the game.
I'm done. I'm done with it, bro. I'm done. We don't agree, man. I'm done with it.
All right, and other thing you say Jerry didn't get players from Micah. Jerry built the defense to help Micah. Those players he got on defense help Micah. The pass rusher, the two linebackers, the defensive tackle, all that helps Micah. So he did.
So you really sitting up
do something for Micah,
bro?
It might not be the names you like, but it's the structure of what they can do and what they projected to do and their potential. That all helps Micah.
Gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but it was fun. I got to get my black ass to work.
Right,
I'm already a half an hour over my time. So
God.
Always a pleasure. We will do it again. Junkie, you and I will go back and forth until the cows come home. We will never agree until we actually agree. Yeah. It is what it is, man. Ain't nothing but love for you.
You hella wrong.
All right, Hoodie, man. Have a good day at work.
Y'all be good, man.
All right, man.
Yeah, but you wrong.
All right, now we're going to substitute. Damn it. Hold on. We're going to substitute Hoodie with my man, Drew, the Eagles fan, the resident Eagles fan. What was you saying, Delusional?
The defensive players that Jerry got this offseason, it does help Micah. Whether we like the players by name or whatever, if you look at their film and their potential, they will help Micah, especially those linebackers.
Bro, listen, man. Let's say I agree with you, man. It ain't enough for me to take no pay cut. You know what I'm saying? If I'm Micah, I ain't taking no pay cut, bro. I don't care, bro. I'm not, man. Jerry Jones has done nothing to like these other owners and GMs is out here doing for me to take a pay cut. If I was on the Patriots back in the day, I could take a pay cut. If I was on the Eagles or something, I could take a pay cut. You know why? Because I know how he's at least gonna try. Even if we don't win, he gonna try. What do Jerry try to do for me to take a pay cut? I do not understand y'all, bro. I don't. You tell me he brought in some depth pieces, that's enough for me to take a pay cut, bro. Bro,
first of all, it's not a pay cut. Bro. It's a raise. He's not taking a pay cut. He's getting a raise.
Come on, bro. Are we gonna argue in bad faith, bro? You arguing in bad faith.
A depth piece. Kenneth Murray is going to be a starter.
Hey, listen. Let me just jump in real quick. I think can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
I think the real issue is, and just coming from an Eagles fan, that I look at all the ops. I look at the Redskins, Giants. I look at the Cowboys. I have to as an Eagles fan, right? When I look at Dallas, the issue is not like what Junkie and my guy was going really after. That's like a minor issue to me. If you look at the real issue, you got your owner, who is the GM, fighting with the agent. Whereas the owner, Jeffrey Lurie of the Eagles, last week in his press conference, don't know if you saw it. Do you know what he was saying in his press conference? Winning another Super Bowl. That's the focus. Him focusing on winning another Super Bowl, taking his franchise in the right direction, continuing down that path, where you got Jerry Jones fighting with the agent. That's ridiculous. And that's the issue. And for Dallas fans to sit and be like, 1 minute, Jerry's the enemy, and then next minute, oh, yeah, we rock with Jerry on this. Yeah, he's holding Micah accountable. Micah has the upper hand. Jerry has no upper hand in this deal. Micah has all the cards in his hand. He holds all the pieces. He going to get paid. Guess what? Even if they trade him, which probably won't happen, somebody going to pay Micah. He going to get his money. So what is Jerry doing? Jerry should have been paid Micah a year ago. Jerry was pussyfooting around with Dak, going through 2 franchise tags while Carson Wentz was getting paid, Jared Goff was getting paid, and he didn't want to give Dak his money, playing games. The issue again is with Jerry. You can't put it on nobody else. It's Jerry. Jerry's the problem. And until Jerry steps back, and because I don't see nothing like, oh, Jerry's making moves. He's doing deals. It's the same Jerry Jones. Ain't nothing changed. He picked up a few people on these little contracts, or people that have potential just to make some Cowboys fans be quiet, because he did nothing last year. Oh, let me pick up a couple people so these guys would be so they'll get off my case. It's the same Jerry Jones. He moving the same exact way. Micah should have been paid. The issue was always going to be Jerry until he up out of there. That's the problem.
Okay, Eagles fan, why y'all ain't pay Hassan Reddick?
Because Hassan Reddick wanted $20+ million.
Oh no. Okay, so you wanted too much money.
Okay,
Eagles fan, who do y'all pick up last year?
Hold on, bro. Hold on. We ain't gonna argue, bro. You ask him a question, you gotta let him answer it.
Right.
Yeah, answer. Hassan Reddick is going to 30+ years old, asking for $25 million, and we know that that's not a wise decision, because guess what? Hassan was out of there and we won the Super Bowl. I bet you Hassan is sitting back saying, well, dang, I shouldn't have did that. I should have took 17, 18 and just kept my mouth closed and I'd be a world champion. You know what I'm saying? But we have a Howie Roseman that takes care of the business. We didn't see the owner all in the business, did we? We didn't hear the owner in talking about, we want Hassan, we like Hassan. He wasn't fighting. Our owner wasn't fighting with Hassan's agent, was he? How the business. In fact, next year we get a 2nd round draft pick because Hassan Reddick is gone.
So your owner was cheap because he ain't signed Hassan Reddick. Secondly, who do y'all pick up in free agent that made a difference in the Super Bowl? That was a high-paid free agent.
We're not talking about Jerry Jones. No, my owner's not cheap. My owner opens up his pockets so we can get our players paid. I tell you one thing, before Jalen Carter gets to his 5th-year option, I bet you're going to be the highest paid defensive lineman ever in the NFL next year. You can bank on that.
Why he not going to pay him this 3rd year?
Hold on, though, man. Hold on. See, like me, I like to have these little topics and stuff like that, but I like to at least debate in good faith, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I like to have a conversation. I'm not though, Kinfo. I mess with you. That delusion. Let me talk though, bro. Like, we don't bring a lot of things. I always got respect for you. It's all good, bro. But you can't sit up here and say how Howie is cheap when we all know they'll do anything to win, bro. You're debating in bad faith, bro. You're not, because it's not the same, bro. As a Cowboy fan, you can't call another team cheap when they go out here and pay all their teams early and all this stuff, bro. You can't do that, bro. You can't compare. So what you're doing is saying, why he didn't pay to him? He cheap then. Come on, bro. We got to keep it real, man. Like
no,
that ain't real, bro.
No, because and Jerry's playing checkers. Real rat.
No, because when Jerry don't pay somebody, y'all call him cheap. When Jerry don't pay somebody early, you say he waited too late. He that said he gonna pay Carter in his 4th or 5th year. Why won't he pay him his 3rd year? You saying Jerry should have paid Micah last year.
Dude,
and again, the free agents. Who did the Eagles get in free agency?
Let's let Angry jump in, man.
I'm just saying. Go ahead and give me one more. One more statement, and I got to keep it rolling. I got some people waiting in the queue.
Let me say something real quick. Let me say something before you go. Right, when you say Jerry is cheap, I say that all the time. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. He cheap. Jerry Jones wouldn't even pay Derrick Henry $8 million. The Eagles went over there and gave Saquon a new contract. What, he like $20 million or something now, bro? Come on, bro. We come on, bro. We think they didn't. Bro, they didn't even want to pay Derrick Queen $8 million, man.
They won a Super Bowl with Barkley. You get awarded for winning. What have the Cowboys players won? They get awarded for winning.
But Dak delusional.
They brought in Saquon last year and gave him some money, though.
There's no way you could sit here and defend Jerry Jones, bro, and how he been moving as an owner. There's no way you can defend him, bro.
Okay,
you don't like that. You can't defend Jerry as an owner, bro. He moving real foul, bro.
I'm asking this question again. Pick any year from 2016 and name 3 NFC teams better than what Jerry built. You cannot clearly say there was 3 better
say that
NFC
question
teams.
Again. Say that question again.
From 2016, pick any year. You cannot say there was 3 better NFC teams better than what Jerry built.
That's cap.
It's not Jerry's fault that the players don't live up to their expectations.
That's cap.
Live up to the expectations. Right, maybe Jerry's expectations of the players that he does get is extreme.
No, it's not just the jury. It's the analyst. It's everybody. It's not cap. Pick a year and name me 3 NFC teams that was built better than the Cowboys.
That's cap.
Okay, name a year and name the teams. 3 teams.
Since from 2016
you got to pick one year. And you got to pick
let me just answer that real
particular year.
From 2016 to 2024, every NFC team that went to the NFC Championship was better than Dallas. Every team that made it past the divisional round was better than Dallas, because none of those teams Jerry made or built ever made it past the second round since 2016. There's the answer to your question.
Oh, because they're the best team win every given Sunday.
Let me say in, bro. Let me say something real quick. We gotta. I think Andy said we gotta rotate. But see, Dak Delusional, I know what you're doing. Dak Delusional. So you can't slide this by me. See, I know what you're doing. See, what you want to say is Jerry built all these good teams and Dak didn't get it done. That's what this is going to. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, everybody in the chat, everybody that's a real Cowboy fan, know Jerry Jones for the shit. So for us to sit up here and try to debate that is just not. It don't even make sense to me. It's like, I don't even know why we talking about it. Jerry fired Jimmy. Jimmy won Super Bowls. What's up with that? Come on, bro.
But Junkie, I would agree. Junkie, I would agree with Dak Delusional in terms of like Jerry building good enough teams for Dak to win. But I'm not going to sit here and say that he built a team that was like Super Bowl ready or Super Bowl bound, right? I'm not going to say that, because those teams, Dak hasn't taken a team past the second round. Now, I'm not going to say, I do agree that Jerry has put together some teams for Dak to win. 2016, Dak could have won. 2019, that team was stacked. And I look at it like this. JD5 had a worse team than Dak has ever had in his 10-year career. And he took that team to the NFC Championship, where Dak has failed to do so. Right? So I hear what you're saying. I mean, Dak Delusional, but I just don't agree that Jerry put together some like super team like y'all say the Eagles had last year, which was not a super team, because nobody said that until after.
No, the Eagles team was a unicorn. And the Cowboys never beat a unicorn. The Cowboys could never build a team like the Eagles. So first, they would never trade Dak, and Dak can't get traded. They built that team on the back of trading Wentz.
Who did that?
Howie.
Thank you. And who let him do it?
The owner. And who else let him do it? The fans. The fans will never let Jerry trade Dak.
See, and that's the funny thing is, because whenever people talk, even some Cowboys fans, like you're talking Dak Delusional, people talk, but whenever they talk about the Dallas Cowboys, they always say Dak, and down. And then when we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, it's Howie and down. Like, damn it, it's the organization that takes your team to a Super Bowl, not a quarterback. And I don't give a damn what quarterback it is out there. They are not strapping up and putting the entire team, offense, defense, and special teams, on their damn backs to get them to a Super Bowl. That's not what it is. And it seems like some Cowboys fans live in this delusion where it's like the quarterback has to do everything. Like the quarterback is Superman and everybody else is just chilling watching the show. That's not the case. Like, why do we always talk like that as far as fans? No wonder they get the delusional tag.
I'm going to tell you why, Angry. I'm going to tell you why quick, though, Angry. Because Dallas fans really don't have anything to hold their hat. And I'm not saying this to be disrespectful. In the last, 30 years, they really don't have anything to hold their hat on other than, Dak runs the NFC East. That's all that they have. Because I agree with you. It's just not Jalen Hurts. It's just not Dak. But just about an hour ago, we heard the brother from Philly say what? Dak retired to GOAT. Didn't he say that? Dak retired to GOAT. And I even put in the comments, wait a minute, Dak retired to GOAT, or did Dallas retire to GOAT? That anytime I jump on any Cowboys chat, you know what I get? Dak owns the Eagles. Wait a minute. Does Dak own the Eagles, or does the Dallas Cowboys own the Eagles? See, you can't have your cake and eat it too. It's either going to be Dallas or it's going to be Dak. You can't have it both ways. Because if you try to compare 30 seconds, if you try to compare Dak to Jalen, the whole resume, Dak doesn't even compare respectfully.
Right, now check this out, right? It's two things. It's two things to that, right? It's two things to that. When you say he don't compare respectfully, I get that because he got 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl ring. So now, so we can't even argue. Can't argue that. But we talking, but that's a team stat. As an individual, the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship, those are team stats. As an individual, he compared perfectly, bro. I don't understand. And as far as you saying that he owns Philly or whatever, because I have said that before too. But that's when we shit talking each other as Eagle fans, Cowboy fans. You know what I mean? That's when we talk. That's when we talking shit. You know what I mean? But if we keeping it all the way 100, bro, like the quarterback comparison is damn near. I would give Dak the edge. Only thing don't give him the edge on, bro, is he got team stats like championships and Super Bowls, bro. But as an individual, come on, bro.
That's winning.
Come on, bro.
But that's winning. At the end of the day, when they look at a player to go to Canton,
but you're trying to say it's not comparable.
What I'm saying is when it's time to go to Canton, let's say the next 3 years, Dak is put out in the first, second round of the playoffs again, or he's not with the Cowboys. And let's say if Jalen Hurts gets another Super Bowl and a Super Bowl MVP, he's going to Canton. He's going to Canton. Why? Because they're going to look at his stats and they're going to say, you know what? This guy is a winner. He won 2 championships. Just like people don't think Eli Manning is a great quarterback. But guess what? He's going to Canton because he has 2 of those things, right?
There's speculation on that, brother.
He's going to Eli's going to Canton, man. But Dak, if let's say if his career ended today and Jalen Hurts' career ended today, it's no comparison, bro. Respectfully,
bro. Hold on. Let me say something to that, right? And I would agree with you and disagree with you because it's been a lot of teams on all sports, bro, that didn't win a Super Bowl or NBA championship. That you're not gonna compare to another player on another team just because he got Super Bowls and championships, bro. Charles Barkley didn't win no championship, so you mean so based off your logic, you know what I'm saying? Some of these people, Steve Kerr. So Steve Kerr is no comparison to Charles Barkley. Still, Steve Kerr got championships. Charles Barkley don't. So you can't do that, bro. We talking about an individual.
Junkie,
we talking about an individual.
I agree with you, Junkie, but no fan base other than the Eagles and Dallas compared Jalen Hurts to Dak Prescott. That's why I'm saying that. Listen, I'm from Philly. I grew up in Philly. Everything Philly is what I rock. Sixers, Phillies, Flyers. That's me, right? I don't rock outside teams. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that Charles Barkley doesn't deserve to be a Hall of Famer because he didn't win a championship. No way. But we don't sit back and go, we don't sit back. Hold on, but we don't sit back and say, we don't sit back and compare Charles Barkley to Tim Duncan, right? You don't hear that comparison. But Dallas fans like to sit back.
Talent.
Hold on,
that's another elite talent. That's another elite talent. Tim Duncan he's probably one of the best power forwards ever, bro. You can't use that comparison.
Right, but I'm saying is only Dallas fans compare Dak to everybody else.
No, Drew.
Hold on. That forces our hand because I agree with you. It's a team effort. But at the end of the day, we see that when Kansas City took Saquon Barkley out of the game completely. So what did that mean? That means that Jalen Hurts had to put on his big boy draws and he had to go win that Super Bowl, right? Along with the defense.
There you go.
Okay. Now, hold on. Now, we've never seen Dak do that. We've never seen Dak do that.
I'm asking. Hold on. I'm asking you. I just want a question. Is Jalen Hurts better than Dan Marino?
No, he's not.
Why? Oh, he got a Super Bowl. Dan Marino don't. That's what I'm saying, bro. You can't use that comparison, bro. You can't. What you said is when in 3 years it's gonna be Ken and all that.
No, I said hypothetically.
Go ahead, Andrew.
I'm saying hypothetically.
I want to.
You said there's no comparison. You said it's no.
Right now, there's
no comparison.
At this moment, there's no comparison. Dak to Jalen Hurts, there's no comparison.
As a team, I would.
If we're talking
as a team,
we're talking team,
but as an individual.
I agree with. Only time I bring out Jalen versus Dak is when Dallas fans come to me talking about, oh, he 9-3, he 9-4. It's like, what does that got to do with anything? Okay, let me
get shit talking.
Let me get Dak delusional in here because I gotta shuffle some stuff around.
Okay, let me tell the difference between Jalen and Dak. In 2016 and 2018, when the Packers and Rams stopped the run game, Dak didn't step up. When the Chiefs stopped the run game, Hurts stepped up.
Facts.
And all Dak fans say is, we ain't had no run game. Well, the Eagles didn't have a run game either. And Hurts stepped up. That's my final word.
That's facts.
Can't hear you.
To me?
Can't hear you, Angry. Angry.
You muted, Angry.
Can't hear
My
Angry.
bad. Bugging out over here. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're right. You know, everybody band together. They stopped Saquon Barkley, so Jalen Hurts had to be superb in superb moments, which he was. And I commend him for it. But guess what? The Philadelphia Eagles had that the Dallas Cowboys didn't. Dogs at the front at the front line in the trenches. Dogs on both sides of the ball. And even when we had that super team 2019 or whatever anybody want to say, guess what we couldn't do? We couldn't stop the run. We had undersized linebackers playing hybrid positions, but people say that we had enough to win a championship. If you don't have a comparable run game, and if you don't have people that can stop the run, I'm sorry, there is no competing deep into the playoffs. There's no competing past the divisional round.
You're right, Angry. And this is why you're saying against for the Cowboys draft. This is why, because I hear you guys, especially Junkie, wanting the skilled position players. And I think it's a huge mistake if Dallas goes in with their first 3 draft picks picking skilled position players. Because Angry, you just said it. In that Super Bowl, what did you see? You saw a loaded defense on Kansas City say, Saquon, you're not running this football. And those dogs up front stopped them. And you saw the Eagles dogs up front in the defense say, you know what, Patrick, you're not going to get off. You're not going to run the ball or throw the ball. And those dogs in that offensive line and that defensive line, they showed out, right? And the offensive line protected Jalen so he was able to scramble and able to throw that football the way he needed. That's the secret to having a Super Bowl championship caliber team. Dallas offensive line and defensive line is nowhere close. And look, a great successful draft is if they beef up those lines to give your 30-plus-year-old quarterback who can't seem to make it through a season and and he's getting older. You want to protect him and then try to put those pieces around him. That's, to me, the recipe for Dallas coming back, because I don't see them close to even Washington, nowhere close to us.
And, I mean, I see what, the Philadelphia – what's up? All right, let me just give Dak Delusion a little quick second so I can – because I'm going to have more people.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, when you say the Cowboys defense don't stop the run or they don't stop people, go back to the 49ers game. They held the 49ers at 19 points. It doesn't make a difference if the defense do show up. What the defense got to do, you hold the run game to 0 yards, 15 points in order for Dak to win. Because when they do, it doesn't matter. My bottom line is, in today's NFL, I don't care how good your defense is or whatever you got or your run game is. The quarterback had to make the plays when necessary to win in the Super Bowl in the playoffs. Because you can stop the run game. You can stop everything. It's NFL days. Today's NFL is about the quarterback and the passing game. Your run game or defense is not winning Super Bowls.
Bullshit.
Even though Philly,
that's cap, dude.
Hold on. Even though Philly held them down, but it still was Jalen Hurts who had to score points. Stafford had to score the points. Even though Aaron Donald made that final play, without Stafford touchdown, that final play don't make a difference.
Man, dude, the defense, Kansas City defense, altered the whole trajectory of the game, bro. They came in with a goal to stop Saquon Barkley, bro. Somebody put it in the comment section right now. I don't know if this is true or not, so don't quote me. They said weeks 5 or 6. Hold on. It said week 5 or 6, Jalen Hurts had the most turnovers. Then you enter Saquon Barkley. I don't know if that's a true quote, but what I am saying is, bro, the Saquon Barkley was a big part of the Eagles' success, bro. I'm not taking nothing away from Jalen Hurts. The man got 2 Super Bowl appearances and a Super Bowl ring. But I don't like when these people get on here, bro. Not even Dak delusional, but a lot of people, when they try to say their opinion, it's not their opinion, bro. It's they hate for Dak. So what they want to do is say Dak didn't get it done, and they don't care about the rest of the team, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really comes. See, Drew, you don't know this, bro. I know this. Angry knows this because we Cowboy fans and we see it. So I know how this stuff goes, bro. Anytime a person get on here and say Jerry's not a problem, bro, you stop talking to them immediately because they're not talking in good faith. They're not talking in good faith, bro. Can't nobody come on here and tell me Jerry Jones did this and Jerry Jones did this, and I take them serious, bro. Because we see what other GMs are doing. Jerry Jones, the owner, okay, cool. You know, whatever. But Jerry Jones, the GM, bro, is a problem, bro. And Jerry Jones, the owner, come in because he won't fire Jerry Jones, the GM. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Jones let Jimmy go. What owner that just got him 2 Super Bowl rings, bro, will come in and fire the coach, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, I don't understand. And then what owner gets on national TV and say the things that Jerry say? You know what I mean? For real, I don't understand, bro. So some Cowboy fans, I'm not gonna say all, bro, not all. But a lot of Cowboy fans, bro, they hate for Dak run so deep, bro, that they'll just take Jerry Jones, and just not Jerry Jones' fault. He's cool, you know what I mean? It's Dak's fault. Now, do Dak need to play better? I've always said that, bro. He need to play better, bro. He need to get it done. But you can't sit up here and tell me that Jerry Jones ain't a problem when I'm sitting around here seeing all these other teams make moves, bro. Watch this, and I won't say nothing else. The 49ers are at rock bottom right now, bro. They will bounce back before the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, God.
Watch.
Nah,
I agree with you. You know why? Because they have an organization, bro, that's gonna make moves, bro, and try to get better.
Junkie,
watch what happened, man.
Junkie, I'm gonna give you one more, and people calling me delusional about this, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes down on it. The Giants will bounce back before Dallas will, if they have a good draft. Because they had a really good free agent so far. If they draft well, bro. If they can get a quality quarterback, because if I was them, I'm drafting Travis Hunter. He knocks down 2 positions. That's a 2-for-1 deal. And if they can move up a little bit later and get a Jackson Dart or that other kid Hamilton or something like that, and draft well, hey man, they're not that far from Dallas. The way Jerry is just like goofing off right now. So look, the Giants is on your heels. If they draft right, because I mean, hey man, your boy Russ is old, but he got that pedigree, man.
All right, Dak delusional, man. We're gonna keep it moving, yo. You got anything?
All right.
You got anything else? I'm gonna hit you with the
finish him.
There go.
Nah, you can salute me, but was Jerry the reason that the Cowboys lost in 2007, or was it the players?
I'm gonna say it like this: if you got a problem with the players, talk to Jerry Jones, because that's the person that puts the players on this team. Not a damn Cowboys fan, not a damn Cowboys player is playing on this team without Jerry Jones' consent. So if your issue is the players, you got to talk to him.
Howie wasn't playing on the field neither,
and they won the championship.
I ain't seen Howie take one snap. I ain't seen him take one snap. You know what, bro? If somebody can tell me right now it's life or death, I can't even name the Philadelphia Eagles owner. I don't even know his name.
Jeffrey Lord.
But I know it's a lot of people that know Jerry Jones' name. I know, I'm just saying, but like name 5 of them, bro. Most people can't.
Yeah.
But you can you don't even gotta be a football fan.
That's real.
I can call my mama right now, bro, and say, hey, who the owner for the Dallas Cowboys? She don't watch sports. She'll know, bro.
That's real rap.
She'll know. Because he always in the media, bro. He's the problem, man. He's the problem, bro. And I don't know why people don't see that.
All right, DDF.
He's the problem, bro.
Dak delusional. Oh, you were gonna say something? My bad.
Oh no, I'm good. Y'all salute.
Yo, man, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you coming on, fam.
All right.
Hey, salute, Dak delusional. Salute, brother.
All right.
Hey, it's before you get into it, Andrew, it's a super chat.
Okay, I will find it. And people say, why do we bring certain people on the channel is because there's a lot of people out there that feel like they don't have a voice. You know, whenever they go to different content creators and whatnot, and I've been that guy. I've been that guy in the super popular content creators chats. They can't get to all the chats, and some people may feel like their voice isn't heard. This is a platform that we want all you guys, whoever comes on here with good football knowledge, to have a platform to be able to speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? To be able to feel as if, like, dang, I can actually talk to these guys, so that's why we bring, whether it's Dak Delusional, whether it's an Eagles fan, not to say anything like that, Drew, but
no, it's good. It's respect, man. I salute you guys because I try to bring, if I'm not talking trash, if I come on somebody's show, I'm trying to bring objective opinion, not only just from the Eagles standpoints, but from what I see from the ops. Because I do look at what the Giants do. I do look at what the Commanders and what Dallas is doing, because it's the division that I'm a part of. It's the division I've been a part of since I was a kid, and I became an Eagles fan. So I'd be like ignorant not to really watch what Dallas is doing, what any other teams in the NFC East is doing. Right. So when I'm coming in, I'm really trying to give observation on Dallas from what I see. Not saying I'm always right, because I could be wrong. Dallas could be. They could win the division this year. Who knows? I don't see it, but you never know. Right. But I'm always trying to give objective opinion.
Right. You guys,
no, it's all good, bro. We appreciate it. We take a lot of slack sometimes, whether you know it or not, bro. From not everybody, but a lot of people don't like us bringing on like certain people or other fans and stuff like that, bro. But like Amy said, man, I like everybody to come on here and be able to say whatever they want to say, as long as it's respectful, bro. Now we're gonna do our shit talking, and we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? Some people take it more personal than others or whatever like that, bro. But like Amy said, man, I remember being in big channels, not even just Cowboy or sports, just being in big channels, stuff I'm interested in, and you don't got a voice, bro. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how big me and Angry get, we still on the come up. We're always gonna be able to allow people to come in and say what they want to say and all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Swab for the super chat. The Niners also went after McCaffrey, even though they were already a contender before his arrival.
Boom.
You know what I'm saying? And McCaffrey, he changed his whole career around by going to the Niners, bro. Y'all remember how he was in Carolina? He was still good, but look how he looked with the 49ers.
It's the same with Saquon. It's the same thing with Saquon.
You just read my mind.
2 years ago, Saquon was the running back. We had Miles. We had Booby. You guys is running back, and a couple other dudes who was coming off the bench.
Yeah, so
DeAndre Swift. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Barkley came in and just changed the trajectory of not only the Eagles but his own career. So he did the exact same thing that CMC did. So it could honestly, this is what I think Dallas should have did. And I think Jerry dropped the ball. Honestly, I think Jerry should have traded for DK Metcalf. And he should have signed Greenlaw. If you'd have traded for DK, because you can't tell me any wide receiver in the draft today, I don't care if their first round or seventh round is better than DK Metcalf, they're not. And you bring Greenlaw into that defense, and then you look at all the moves that Jerry has done. I'd be sitting back saying, well, man, Dallas is really about it. They back on it. If you make those two moves, I'm like, yeah, that's real football moves. Dallas is making moves. They really coming for our neck. But so far, I mean, it's like, I give it like I think they did make some decent moves. I give them like a C for the entire free agency. I give them a C. I like the quarterback Milton. It's low risk, high reward.
Yep.
I think it was a great trade for Dallas.
Yo, gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and fill it out real quick. All right, here we go. OG in the building. Bam. And then we got Anthony in the building. Bow. And then we got Smoke.
We're going crazy.
Ya. Bow. Look at that. We got everybody on this mug. 6 people.
What up?
Smoke one for you came in here shaking his head. What's going on with y'all?
Another I hate Dak. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
you know when we had these things, the ways of the winds always change to we could be talking about We could be talking about LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and all of a sudden, Dak Prescott is going to be brought right into
I know.
Like, damn it.
I understand why. I understand why though, because he's the head of the snake, bro. So I understand. This is how it usually goes, bro. And it's just the way it is, bro. If the quarterback have a good game, just like MVPs, bro. It's been a lot of them MVPs that Tom Brady won. He wasn't the MVP, but the quarterback get all the reward, bro. If they lose, people try to put on somebody else. If they win, the quarterback gets the credit. That's just how it goes, bro. You got MVPs, bro. It's usually a quarterback. That's a quarterback damn near award, bro. The quarterback is the everybody make the most money. So I understand why Dak name come up a lot, because it's hard to talk about the Cowboys without bringing him up, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I just want everybody to be like, come from a genuine point and not just I hate him. See, you can get on here and say I don't like Dak. I want to move on from him. This is why. I don't have a problem with that, bro. This is why I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a die Cowboy fan, but I don't want Dak. I threw in my cards. I'm good with that. But I hate him. Get him out of here. The nigga suck. All this, bro. You're not giving no context behind it.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's all I care about.
OG, what you got on that, bro?
Nothing. I ain't saying I'm not saying the D word. I promise you. No Diddy, promise you. But listen, I am never saying that dude's name out loud, yo. Because like once y'all start saying it, we gotta talk about him. I'm not saying it no more. No more, okay? Let's let it go, man. Just let it go, bro. I mean, shit. He's gonna be who he is. That's gonna play how he is. But you got to give him weapons. You have no weapons. You have no weapons, bro. Like, give the man some weapons. He needs another receiver, at least 2 more receivers. He needs 2 more running backs. I mean, he needs a right guard, God forbid. I mean, give the man the tools to be able to produce the offense the way that you want it to be produced, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then on defense, bro, oh my God. Angry.
What's happening?
When's the last time we had a good defense, bro?
When was the last time we had a good defense?
When was the last time we had a defense that stopped the run and the pass at the same
Top
time?
10 in
I'll wait.
Asia category.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Come on, I want to hear all y'all. I want everybody. I want everybody to answer the same question. Y'all all answer the same question, okay? When's the last time we had a good run, pass, defense at the same time? Let's go.
Right, I gotta go blow my nose. I
will say this though.
Hold on, one at a time. I got it, Andy. Hey, when you say good defense, do you mean like top 10? Like we gotta put more.
Okay. Our 90s defense, what was their rank?
23, 20. Was they? Didn't they lead the league in sacks and turnovers? What
year? In the 90s?
Oh, we're talking 2000. Just like one of those years when they went 12-5.
No, I'm saying not really.
They led the league in turnovers a couple times.
Yeah, they did that.
No, we had the number 1 offense. We had the number 1 offense damn near all them years. We had the number 1 offense.
I think the year Diggs got all them interceptions. I think we was first in turnover. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we led the league in total. We led the league in total like a couple years ago.
In total defense.
We were 19th. We went from being 32nd to 19th the first year under Dan Quinn.
First year under Dan Quinn. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's not bad. Now tell me when will we be below the top 10?
How y'all doing?
OG. Can you ask it again? Because he came in and said it. Can you ask it again? Because he came in and
When was the last time? When was the last time we was below top 10?
And like total defense, like everything.
I don't know.
I honestly, I probably wasn't even alive when that was going on.
Somebody said 94.
94?
Yeah, I just turned 30. I can't even answer that.
So I don't know that to be true. But somebody said 94. We're gonna go in like in order. OG, what up? I think this is first time on here, so let's get OG. OG, what up?
Oh boy, not just come that.
It's your first.
OG, man.
It's your first time coming.
This is
salute to you, man.
This is fun.
Salute to you, man. What's up with you?
Salute to you. What's up with you, back into town, man. Just got on the surface. Yeah. Feel good getting outside. Okay, yeah. My camera's kind of messed up right now.
What you got on this?
Huh?
You good?
Okay.
What you got on whatever we talking about? Because it's a freestyle show, bro. So whatever you wanna.
No, I like the fact that how y'all arguing and debating. I mean, that's a good thing, but you guys don't really see the point that I always make is about you see how amongst each other we fight, and we got the same energy, but it's directed the wrong place. You're worried about Michael's money, but Michael gonna get his money. He deserves every dime of it because he's the best pass rusher in the NFL. What you're not understanding is you gave the man with the $250 million too much money, and then now your salary cap is shit, and now you can't build around your team. And your GM has hired a subdivision small guy, McClay, to come in and help draft, and then it's not working because he's not there on the college campuses to see what's going on with the players. He don't know firsthand what real production is like. And if you keep going down the same road with Will McClay, you don't know if that's going to work out. But if you keep understanding that these injuries to these players are something serious, and you have to take accountability of having, you understand that. You have wasted so many years, like we did in Roma, so many years on one man. Dak Prescott is not Jesus. He's not walking on water. When he's done, he's done. He don't have any scriptures written up. He don't have nothing you can look forward to. He's not giving you no faith. When you pray, you don't pray to Dak Prescott. You don't pray to Jerry. You don't pray to all these other people. You pray to somebody that's gonna get you. You got to find peace. You got to find peace within yourself to understand. Hey, man, when is it gonna change? Gonna happen? When has everybody ever been up in arms and said, "Hey, we need change at the quarterback position. We need change. That we got to start somewhere." We know the defense sucks. We know we're sick. We know we even need to get better. This whole draft needs to be on the defensive side of the ball because you got to figure out you don't give him too much money now, so you got to build 2-3 years down the road now. So when are you guys are going to say, "I'm ready for change"? When a man steps out there and fools you for 3 or 4 weeks about the cancer, this and about these type of things coming out and fooling you for so many kids, nobody throws up under the bus. Nobody says anything negative. I'm not saying that Prescott is a bad person. I'm saying you have not understood what the game is like. You have not put your mind in mindset. The man is injury prone. Romo was the same way. You guys have not came up with a game plan yet. You had Lance in the building, and you guys never voted him in. You guys have had him on a pedestal for 9 or 10 years. Yeah, he won a playoff game. Yeah, he's done good things. But don't you understand injuries plays a big part of this game? And everybody's going to be praying the whole offseason. Hey, man, is he healthy? Is he ready to go? People look at me stupid when I say about injuries. I got a messed up hand. I got a messed up shoulder. I got a messed up lower back. Everybody has injuries. When you come out there and play this physical form of football, you're not going to last long. You guys have not came up with a game plan yet to take over this man when he goes down. Has anybody answered that? Does anybody answer that question? Has anybody came up with a game plan?
I can say something to it. It's not that. First of all, we all fans, so we can't make Jerry Jones do nothing. What I be saying is, okay, if you didn't want to sign Dak Prescott, fine. It's no problem. No, I can't make him sign him. But now that he's signed, what are we gonna do? Just argue about it?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The only thing we can do is
you're gonna argue about it. And you're gonna fight, and you're gonna stand up, and you're gonna say, "You know, I want to deal with this shit no more." If you don't take control, who is gonna take control? You want to say we want him out of here? We want him out of here. Oh man, fuck that salary cap. Fuck all that shit.
That don't mean it's gonna happen.
People, I know that, but
that don't mean it's gonna happen.
It starts with you. It starts with us. You know what I'm saying? You guys gonna wake up. If it doesn't work out, let me say something. If it doesn't work out with him, you're gonna get up every week from September all the way until February of next year, hoping and praying that we're gonna get there. We're gonna say, "Well, hey man, we're gonna win this week. We're gonna win this week. All depends on Dak. And the defense gonna do this. Defense gonna do that. Can Dak be the man to get us there?"
Whoa. You say the defense is gonna do this, the defense is gonna do that. You have all the faith in the defense, but you have absolutely zero faith in Dak Prescott. When the defense has showed you that the defense can't do this and the defense can't do that as well.
Let me tell you this, young man.
Like, yo, you threatening me with that. You threatening me with that pencil.
I'm answering your question real quick. I'm answering your question. I'm pistol whipping you. I'm domino table. Listen, a man has to pull his own side. Okay, when you out there on that field longer than offense, you out there for a long time, man. I'm playing more snaps than you, bro. You know, you play 20-something, 25 snaps. I'm playing 35 snaps.
Hey, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
I'm saying,
hold on. Whose fault is that you're still on the field? The defense's fault. If they don't stop nobody, guess what's going to happen? Guess what?
You gonna stay on the
They don't stop a
field.
run. They don't stop a pass. And you want to blame on the offense? It's the damn defense, bro. Come on, man.
Smoke, did you not hear what
Come
I
on,
said?
bro. You know it's the damn defense.
Smoke.
You got to get the field. You can't get the field. It's the defense's fault.
One at a time.
That's crazy.
Hear what I said?
Hey, one at a time, though. One at a time.
Did you not hear what I said?
That is crazy.
I said if the defense is out there longer than the offense, there's gonna be attitude. There's gonna be like, bro, they can't score points.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. What has been the issue last year? Scoring points from what
and stopping people,
injuries,
and stopping the run, and stopping the pass at times.
Everything was wrong with this Dallas Cowboys team this year.
From last time I checked, the team with the most points win the ball game. That's the last time I checked. So
you gotta stop somebody though. You still gotta stop somebody.
Correct.
You remember? Hey, hold on. One time. You remember that year that got hurt, right? And he was about to break the damn record. He was like, what, 3 games in like that, right? Dak was scoring almost damn 42 points a game. You know how much the damn defense was giving up? 45 average that whole year. It's got to take 2, bro. That kid can be scoring all the damn points, and the defense ain't stopping nobody. It ain't gonna work like that. How you think Philly won a damn championship this year? How you think they won a championship this year?
You know what I have to answer for that? You know what I have to answer for that question is? The question that I have to answer for that is all that time we were scoring those points, we was doing those good things with him. We was making those moves. We was winning the NFC championship. We was doing those big things. One thing that we didn't do was get to the NFC championship game. We have ruled the NFC East for many of years with him. And the problem is, y'all not understanding to take accountability is he didn't get you there. That's the problem. We know the defense is going to have the issues, okay?
He's not a one-man band, bro. I don't want to hear this. He can't get you there. He can. It takes a team. It takes a team, not one person.
I'm not.
Don't help one person. You understand that? He's not a one-man man, bro. He don't play defense and offense at the same time. Are you serious?
Smoke.
Stop doing that. That's blaming. That's blaming one dude, and it ain't right, homie. It ain't right, man.
I have an answer to your question, sir.
That ain't right.
And I'm looking.
Hold on. Let somebody else.
We gotta let some other people talk.
Hold on. Let's
looking at Fox.
We gotta let some other people talk.
Looking at Sports 2023 NFL defensive rankings. Dallas Cowboys top 5 defense that
when
2023. Somebody fact check me. I'm looking at Fox right now.
Look at it.
That's the year they got all the interceptions. I think that's the year they got all the interceptions. That's when I think that's when Bland got the pick 6 record. I think that's that year he's talking about.
Panthers, Cowboys. So Dak has had a top 5 defense in his career, my friend, recently.
What was his offensive rating?
Hold on. Let me say something to that. Because you got to put context behind it, right? He did. If that's true, if what you're saying is true, that's because we led the league in turnovers. But that's still the same year we couldn't stop nobody in the run game. So if we don't get a turnover, we damn near lose the game, bro, because the defense can't stop nobody. They always bring up the playoff stuff. Do y'all remember how the defense? I'm not blaming just the defense, but that's what we're talking about right now.
You're so right, for it, Junkie.
The
Rams
game, they ran like 200 and something yards rushing on us in a playoff game, bro. Yeah, how is that even?
How's that possible?
The running backs was taking turns on us, bro. And then in that same 2023 season that he's referring to, we had defensive backs playing linebacker, bro. Come on, bro. We got to keep it real.
You got to keep it real.
We got to keep it real, bro.
The problem is
thousands.
The problem is you drafted a 4th round quarterback, and you try to make him into a throwing quarterback, a passing quarterback.
There it is, OG.
And we don't know if that's going to work out. That's the problem. We
OG,
just don't know if it's
OG, be honest. What was Dak at Mississippi State? What was he at Mississippi State? Was he a thrower or was he a runner, bro?
He was both.
Really? Y'all talking 10 years?
He was running and throwing.
Listen,
see, that's the problem. Is it's 2000. What year is it now? 225.
225.
And he came in 2016.
Hold on.
Yep.
And then wait a minute. Let me ask you a question. And we still stuck when he was a freshman. When he was a freshman coming in, he had pretty good numbers, right? He played a good game. We still stuck in that 2016 realm, right? We still stuck there, right? Is anybody?
I don't blame him for that. Hold on.
Yes or no? Are we still stuck? Are we still stuck in the past though?
No. But you can't use that game. Don't mention that game.
I can't hear you.
You can't use that game. You can't use that.
Are we still stuck 9 years ago?
No.
Have we done? Have we still stuck? Have we got to the game that we're trying to get to?
But my thing is that if you're saying
yes or no, it's in our question.
Hold on, this is my show.
Wait a minute, I know it's your show. I know it's your show. Answer the question though. Answer the question though. Yes or no? It's in our question.
Oh man, like hold on, like I done forgot the question. What was it?
Okay, so in 2016, Dak Prescott came in, right? He's done developed. He has developed all over these. He has gotten better throughout the years, right? He has gotten better. He has improved in his throwing decision making, but his gutsy, his ability to take over like the Rodgers, the Mannings, the Brady, and the Hursts and the Cunninghams and those guys back then. We have not seen that macho Superman type yet. The kryptonite is there when the playoff comes. So we're still stuck in 2016 because he hasn't found the way in the test. Okay, let me take over the game.
Can you guys hear me?
It hasn't happened.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Somebody gotta turn their
That's probably real quick.
So I have not heard any of you gentlemen say.
Let me just say this, man. Hold on, I'm gonna drop out and come back. I got a phone.
Somebody got a background, bro.
Okay, I muted myself, so that wasn't me.
Yeah,
I muted myself too.
Is that me?
Nope.
Nah, it was
Drew.
It was the Eagle.
You.
Yeah,
The
whoever
defense
left,
needs
that's
to
what it
lead
was.
in turnovers and score. It's not about that fact. Can you stop somebody? You need to stop them. That's really the whole point. Who can make a play on both sides of the ball?
I respect your decision, guys. I respect everything. I love the channel. I like what y'all do. I like how y'all support us. You bring the energy. I like how y'all support Dak. But there's a point of time when you gotta say, "Damn, man, it's time to change." Damn, when are we gonna start? Or when are we gonna? That's a point of time, guys. When you guys start,
that's why we got a whole coaching staff now.
Did you have that same thought with Tony Romo?
Yes.
Year 10, did you have that same thought?
I did because I saw he got injury prone. He was making the bonehead decisions. He was throwing in over double coverage. Down the playoff game with the Giants, he blew that game. He threw it over the top. When he threw it, he tried to throw it to Terry Glenn in the end zone when he should have TO on the right-hand side. It was some time that Tony Romo should have won that game against the Giants, but the defense played their ass off, but they just couldn't. They kept feeding wind. They stayed away from Romo.
Patrick Creighton dropped the pass. Patrick Creighton dropped the touchdown
I mean, they were. So they was making big decisions. Unexcusable decisions. But the problem is, can we score? I mean, the problem is it's not even Dak Prescott anymore. It's like, can we score now?
Listen,
can we kick field goals from the 55-yard line every game? 9 to 10 field goals a game. Can we score? That's the problem.
That was more of a McCarthy thing than a Prescott thing, though.
No kidding. Okay. No kidding.
What do you feel about Tony Romo?
Tony Romo was a undrafted free agent, and he did what he did. He came in and got paid.
Would you say he overachieved?
Now look who came in and got paid.
So he wasn't good.
One more thing I gotta say, he was decent. He was decent. He was good, but he never got us there. He not have got to the NFC Championship game. They said Des Bryant dropped that football. That was our time to win it. They lied and they con us out of that one. But hey, we can't cry over spoiled milk anymore. It is what it is. But let me tell you something. When these guys get paid, hasta la vista. I see you later. That's what it's been. They get that money. They hasta la vista. Micah finna get paid. Might not even see the real Micah in the next 2 or 3 years anymore. They get paid. They hasta la vista. So that guy paid a big contract. The most money we put out in a long time, bro. He's probably got the biggest contract that I've known in a Dallas Cowboy freaking uniform, and has not produced and said, hey, he got paid, so he don't have to do nothing anymore but make us argue. You see how we're arguing? You see how we're fighting for something better? You see how we're fighting on the defense? We're fighting Jerry. We're not fighting. We're arguing about getting better, bro. We haven't done anything.
That's all I want.
In years.
We got to get better.
We got to get better.
Go ahead. Now, if we came into the draft and say, let's draft a quarterback, would anybody be opposed to drafting a quarterback that can throw, that can make some?
We don't have
plays?
to. We
already made the trade
for one.
Yeah. So everybody happy with Milton.
Yeah.
Everybody happy with Milton his accuracy.
Nah,
Milton can work on his accuracy, homie. Trust me.
not it.
But
Bro.
these about 2 or 3 years behind that, easy.
If that
See,
goes,
that's the problem. That's the problem. See, that's the problem.
OG,
with you
you
guys.
gotta let some people talk, bro.
Okay,
like we've had Drew down here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my boy Drew to talk.
that goes down, you can cancel Christmas. They need reliable QB, because how many games has Dak? How many seasons has Dak completed? Like within the last 5 or 6 years, he doesn't.
He completed 4. Wait, 5 of them. I think it was like 4 times he was hurt.
21 and 23. 21 and 23 is the last time he really played.
Jalen
Out of
a game or two. So that's why we have Tanner McKee. That's why we have quarterbacks in place, because in a set team for him to come in and do what he needs to do. If that goes down, it's a wrap. And I think it was a big mistake to sign Dak, because if you let Dak play it out and you say, you know what, Dak, it's not working, man, you go get your money someplace. Now we're going to reboot. Now you sitting in the draft with the number 12 pick, you can make moves to move up to try and get a top running back now, or you can pick somebody there and try to move back up to get a Jackson Dart or somebody like that. So how would that McMillan?
But hey, Drew, can I ask this though? You can draft one of those QBs, but do you think Jerry will put around the assets around that young QB?
Let me just finish. How would it look if you drafted Tech McMillan, just because I know for all you junkie guys, and then you moved up to get a Jackson Dart, and then later on you get an Omarion Hampton or one of these other plethora of running backs that's in the draft this year. Now, how does that look? You know what I'm saying? That looks, to me, that's like, okay, that's an attractive move. You got Jackson Dart, you got Tech McMillan, you get like one of these other guys, Ollie Gordon or somebody in the 4th round. Now you look at that team and you building around to build up on the offensive line, and you working on the defense. Now, you may not be that good, but now you look at the future. You're looking at saying, man, let's see how this looks going forward, as opposed to being stuck for 10 years with a quarterback that's 30 plus that you don't know if he's going to make it through the season or not, with a shaky offensive line.
So
that's what I keep trying to tell you guys.
So in order to be a sexy move or a good move in the NFL draft, you have to draft somebody to replace Dak Prescott. That's what we're getting down to. You can't draft anything to me, honestly, forget 10 years down the road, 5 years down the road. We're trying to win now. We're trying to reposition that window to be open for the Dallas Cowboys to win a Super Bowl within the next 4 years. And dude, I just don't see them going in, especially after getting Joe Milton III, going into this draft, using more draft capital that you've spent on Joe Milton III to even get him. Now you're going to spend another pick on a quarterback that's not going to see the field. If everything goes right, he won't see the field. You know what I'm saying? If
That's
Dak Prescott is upright, he won't see the field. So why wouldn't you want to try to build around Dak Prescott? Because you see there's evidence of a quarterback being a bus driver getting to a Super Bowl. If you got the right pieces around you, if you have the right coaching around you, if you have the right scheme that you're running as far as the offense as well as the defense, if everything can click on all cylinders, things can happen. But those things haven't been clicking for the Cowboys.
Do you not understand what you're saying? You're asking a 32. I want to ask real quick, then I'm gonna shut my mouth. 32-year-old quarterback to come out here. Have you not seen these young boys that come out here and they can play football on the defensive side of the balls? You think these young men are when they coming, and they coming with power, and they gonna hit you, and they gonna hit you. And so him taking more hits and hits with the shake up, they gonna hit you. And you got to understand when they hit you, they bringing it.
Hey, but you're right. But we've seen play up until they mid. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to, but I get what you're saying.
I want to say something real quick, man. I want to say something real quick. Like if Dak Prescott wasn't signed and they let him walk, we can have this debate and argue about it all the time. We good. It's okay. Mm-hmm. But right now we arguing with a stop sign because the man is signed. So if he's signed, why are we arguing about everything else? He signed.
You're right.
What we should be talking about is what we can get in the draft to try to better the team or free agency or something like that. The man is signed. Yep. Jerry don't listen to nobody but Jerry, and every once in a while Steven. Yep. So we can go out here and have we had a dude on the show the other day, Steph. Went out to the Cowboys Stadium, made the news with a fired GM Jerry sign and all that. Jerry came right on there and said, yep, I take the blame. It's my organization. I do what I want to do. Basically, that's what he said. So all this, we need to do something to make Jerry. That don't work. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to work. You feel me? So all this arguing amongst the fans, it's like this. Either you're a Cowboy fan or you're going to watch. You can still be a Cowboy fan, but Dak going to be the quarterback next year. So what you going to do, not watch the game? Because Dak under center? Because he's going to be under center.
Right, Junkie.
So
are you ready for disappointment?
Is the Super Bowl window open? Is it open?
No, it's not open.
It's not open.
Yeah. It's not open. Are you ready? Are you ready for the next 2 and 3 years to be? Are you ready to come on your show around November to talk about getting ready for the draft again? Because that's where we're headed. We're headed that way. I'm ready. My heart and my mind is ready for that. Yeah.
I'm definitely a guy that
I mean, either way it go, win or lose,
in existence and everything.
For the draft, but I get what you're saying.
Hey, can I respond?
I am a guy that believes, that you can speak shit into existence. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk negative about my Cowboys. And like, I will talk realistically and everything, but I'm not gonna sit and say, what you want to bet this is gonna happen? Because if it does happen,
I'm not talking negative.
You're gonna come on here and you're gonna be like, see, I told you.
I'm not talking negative. I'm talking about facts.
Hey,
I'm talking about facts. That's what I'm talking about.
Every year is different, right?
Facts.
Right. But
every year is different.
2021, we had Carson Wentz, right? And what was Carson? Injury prone. And how we did the second round of the 21 draft? He drafted
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts.
He didn't trade for a quarterback and draft Jalen Hurts too.
He drafted Jalen Hurts with the expectation that this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work, right? So and then what they do, the trading of Jalen Hurts, all of those trades that Howie made is the reason why they are the way that they are right now. And that's the problem with Jerry. Jerry's not willing to rip the Band-Aid off and say, look, man, when do we hit the reset button? Because I'm over again because it's not working.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. There's a minority of Cowboys fans that believe it can't work. The majority of Cowboys fans believe that it can work.
How many quarterbacks after
No, that's not true.
That's not true?
No, it's not true.
And it's how many
that's not true. That's not true. And we keep doing. Don't you understand? He is the last player.
Let me hit you with some facts.
Since 10,000. Well, he's the last man since 2016 that's on our roster.
Oh, real quick. How many quarterbacks that stay with their team after being drafted for 10 years won a Super Bowl? You could probably name. Here too. Not many, bro.
Maybe Flannery and Flacco. That's about it.
Super Bowl.
Aaron Rodgers.
Bro.
Yeah.
Don't happen. Aaron Rodgers and who else? Out of all of the hundreds of years that the NFL been in play, not many quarterbacks that are drafted, they were their team for 10 plus years and win a Super Bowl. It just don't happen.
You know I got to give respect to Green Bay. They were.
You want to believe that? What was it? How long was Elway there? How long was Drew Brees there? How long was a lot of these quarterbacks there, bro? Don't sit there and talk about somebody with them for a long time to get that thing.
Drew Brees started off as a Charger smoke.
Them is
I'm just saying.
Them
They
quarterbacks can throw,
lead for a long
They got
time.
arms, okay?
Hey, man, took forever to get his first ring. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it, bro.
Quarterbacks can throw.
I'll give you that one.
They can throw, bro. They got pinpoint accuracy.
Dak can throw too if he had the damn weapons to go with it. OG.
Dak is not on that list.
Amari, if you got Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb in the same year, and you got another couple,
and you have a damn bum ass running back that can't run the ball. We talking about
problems.
He is a bum.
Problems.
Yeah.
Why are we talking
bum now?
I'm talking about the quarterback that he signed. I listen, bro. Everybody can have their opinion on Dak, whether you like him or not. I like him. You know what I mean? That just means you don't have to agree with me. But he signed. So why we like what? I don't understand.
Because it's low hanging fruit.
Bro.
It's low hanging fruit. Talk about Dak. That's why. That's the only thing
No,
that you reach.
because you haven't reached out. You haven't reached out your hand and said, "Oh man, we need a game plan." Milton ain't gonna be it. Go to the draft and start picking your players. Go grab somebody that can run and throw, and don't be scared. You guys are scared. Don't be scared, man. Don't come.
How do you know you're gonna get that? How do you know you're gonna get that in a quarterback week draft? This is a quarterback week draft
You
this
don't
year.
know till you
How
try.
do you know? And then you try, and this guy doesn't see the field. He doesn't work out. He isn't a your scheme. You just wasted that. You just
ain't making no sense, bro.
You just wasted that pick wherever you're gonna pick.
So
If
let
you're gonna
let me ask you a question.
You're picking a premium pick. So
how many
where
more
are you
years he
picking
got
the
left?
quarterback?
How many more years that Dak Prescott left on
Possibly
his
2 for us, and then Milton can take the hell over.
Okay, 2 more years. If from 2 more years from now, if we talking about the same thing, y'all should shut down y'all show.
OG.
Y'all should shut down y'all channel.
OG, be honest, OG. In 2016, when Dak Prescott had 2 good receivers, a good deal tight end, and a great running back, and his running game was running very, very well. How did we look in 2016, OG? And Dak didn't hesitate. He threw it everywhere. He spread out to everybody, bro. It was a great offense, homie.
You know why they lost that game? You know why they lost that game? They did lose that game over the top. It was the wide receiver he was lined up on the slot. He went all the way across the field.
Oh, you want to talk about Dak Prescott intercepting the damn Dak Prescott? Man, stop, OG. Stop, man. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. I already know this already, man. You trying to be funny about that, bro. We understand it.
I'm trying to.
That's crazy, bro.
Shit is like unproductive.
Oh God, a lot of y'all go here and say 5 nice things.
Well, I'm trying to say one little question.
Say 100
They lost
negative.
that game. They lost that game on a wide receiver. They ran a slant pattern all the way across the field, and he caught it on the sideline. He tiptoed out, and they kicked the field goal and beat Dallas Cowboys. And they blame that on. Guess who they blame that on? Jones. We got rid of Jones the next following year, but nobody.
It wasn't Jones' fault. It wasn't a defensive fault. Oh, boy, caught that ball.
Defensive back.
Huh?
He was out of place.
He's talking about Byron Jones.
Yeah, they got rid of Jones the following year.
Hold on, man.
They got rid of Byron Jones for not stepping up on that play.
Arguing, bro. Hey man, hold on, bro. We just arguing.
Yeah,
like we just everybody just yelling and shit.
I'm
order going.
I'm trying to
everybody got their own.
Oh my God,
their own opinion or whatever. But I don't want to argue, bro. I don't want to argue about it, man. This is starting to get out of hand. Like, let's just get some type of order.
Like I said, like if 2 more years in 2027, are we still talking about the same shit? I mean, I'm sorry to swear, same stuff. Then I think you should start shutting down your show, or figure out another game plan and say, hey man, that was a mistake with him. So now we got to come up with another game plan because we didn't move on at the time we should have. We got Lance. We brought Lance in here. We brought Greer in here, and we brought Milton in here, and we did not give them a chance to compete with him. There's no competition of doing anything to push him out the door. Everybody start over. Got to give
That's
kudos
what you
to
want,
Green
though,
Bay.
right? That OG, that's all you want, right? You want Dak at the door, right? That's what you want, right? You want him out the door right now,
to
right?
Green Bay. Got to give kudos to Detroit. Got to give kudos to the Rams. Got to give kudos to Philadelphia. Got to give kudos to Buffalo for moving on to another QB.
And only one of them got a Super Bowl.
Buffalo
The
really gonna
Philadelphia
have
Eagles,
a
homie.
QB.
What are you talking about? See, you ain't making no sense, man.
And you got to get to
You
the
ain't gonna
kudos to the Kansas City champs.
You mean no sense?
To the Kansas City.
Yeah.
Remember,
Hold on.
remember,
Angry.
Kansas City
Hold on,
had
hold on, Angry.
Alex Smith. Remember, Kansas City had Alex Smith. Yeah.
OG won't stop.
OG, hold on, man.
OG at rest.
Hey, Cowboy corner in the back, I think, man.
Okay, I'll bring him on. Mew, what's going on?
Hey, you know what though?
What up, fan?
I don't even be tripping about people who don't like Dak. I said all the time. It's just that if he signed, I don't know why we constantly arguing about it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I don't understand. You don't have to agree with me when it comes to Dak. It's cool. I don't like, bro. Y'all know I don't care because I continue to let y'all come up here and say all shit y'all say. You know what I mean? If I wanted to just block it, I'd have just blocked it. I let y'all say whatever y'all gonna say, bro. But what I'm saying is he here now, so why are we constantly arguing about it?
Word.
We can't talk about 2027, 2028. Like I don't get it.
Like we over here sitting here talking like if 2007 and 2019 is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like what had happened was, but I mean, like, yo, how do we get better? And that's actually an OG on some real shit. Like you talking shut down your show? That shit ain't happening. So you saying that y'all should shut down your show? This is our opinion. This is our opinion. We talk Dallas Cowboy talk, so that ain't gonna happen, bro. So
if Dak leave, I'm still gonna be a Cowboy fan. If he leave today, if breaking news, Dak lift his trade clause, he traded, bro. I'm still gonna be a Cowboy fan. Yep. And it'll probably be easier for me because I don't have to hear this Dak shit no more. You know what I mean? It'll probably be easier.
They're just gonna rag on the next quarter.
No, exactly. That's the thing. It's only gonna move to the next quarterback. If it don't happen in 4 years, it's moving to the next quarterback.
That's it.
Yep.
It's rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat.
And that's what we've been waiting on.
What up, corner?
What's going on, you guys?
Corner? What's up with you, man?
I'm doing great. Y'all hear me just fine?
Yeah.
You sound good, brother.
Yeah.
So OG's one of my people. I don't know if you guys. Let me take you down memory lane.
No, you one of my people.
OG, I brought you under my wing. You're on this YouTube stuff because of Cowboys Corner.
God brought me under his wing. Nobody know.
So
never have
you watch the movie. OG, that's your problem. You don't stop talking. So you ever watch the movie Blue Streak, right? When Martin Lawrence is in there and he's doing his thing, and the FBI gets real mad, and he looked at the guy and he goes, "Is this guy one of yours?" Talking about OG. The cop looks at him and says, "You bet your ass he is." Right. OG is one of mine. All right. OG is a little crazy. That's all right. We like crazy. We like different.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with
I'm mucho locos.
I know OG. He good me.
Yeah. But hey, look. OG makes some valid points too. And as a Cowboy fan, there's two ways to look at it. Either you check all the boxes and you still be a fan, or you don't check a lot of boxes until you get what you want, but you're still a fan. I'm one of them. I don't just check the unicorns. I don't check the rainbows. I don't look for the pot at the end of the rainbow. That's not what Cowboys Corner does. That's not what OG does. And I'm not speaking for you guys, but I don't know if that's what y'all do. But when you see a problem, when you see the house is on fire, you got to call 911. You got to speak up. When you see fire at the Cowboys level, even as a fan, a fanatic, you gotta call 911. You gotta tell it how it is. You just can't sit there and say, "Oh, the house is burning. It's fine. Go get the marshmallows. Go get some Hershey's. Go grab. We'll make some s'mores with this fire." Hell no. How do we put out the fire, right? And so, the Cowboys, they're a fire, And, you know, there's a lot of problems. We just talked about the general manager. We just talked about, you know, last week when I was here, we talked about the GM. We talked about coaching. We talked about players. Because when you boil it all down, that's what I mean, there's a chain of command to this, right? You just can't go from Jerry to players. There's a lot of coaching involved in this. And so I didn't want Mike McCarthy gone. Mike McCarthy left. I checked that box. Jason Garrett, the clapper. I've been wanting that guy gone for a long time. That was one of Jerry's biggest mistakes. Top 5 mistakes. Keeping Jerry here or keeping Jason Garrett here for a decade.
10 years.
That box got checked, right? So when you look at it, I mean, hindsight's 2020, right? The last topic you guys just talked about was, okay, they're just going to argue about the next quarterback. We are if he doesn't get the job done because there's still a fire. There's a long-lasting fire. You can't be content. You just can't. And the Cowboys' problem is they don't go to the next guy. They haven't drafted a guy to replace Dak. They drafted Dak in 2016 because Romo was coming off that collarbone injury, right? So they knew Romo's time was down up. So when are you going to cut the bull crap and go draft a guy? Let's watch him in the preseason. Let's quit trading for these quarterbacks and go draft a guy. If Schottenheimer's going to be your coach for 4 years, you can tell me that. Don't go get Joe Milton. Go draft me a quarterback. I don't care how bad or how good this quarterback draft is. Put a foot forward in front of the other and go develop. Go develop instead of a quarterback going system to system to system. Get the one guy, get him in the system, and let him develop. Because when Prescott goes down, which his injury history says he probably will, that guy can step right in and go play just like that. Now, Joe Milton has to come in here, learn this offense, work on the other things. The Patriots are working on X. Now the Cowboys got to work on Y and Z with them, right? So that's just going to mess up his development even more. Go draft a guy who's raw and that can work with you under the wing, and let's go win football games.
So at the same time, I mean, I know it's on a different level, but you're learning a different system as we speak. You know, whether you're getting a rookie coming out of college or you're getting the guy coming from New England. One thing that you do have with the guy coming from New England is that you have the NFL experience over a year. You know what I'm saying?
He played one game.
You do have some development behind the scenes. Did he get a lot of action in game? No, he didn't. Preseason and that one Buffalo Bills game. That was all she wrote. But at the same time, he had the college experience as well as the rookie that you're going to draft this year. The only thing that separates them is a year. I can see if you were talking about like, let's not go out to free agency and get this 33-year-old quarterback. Like, we got a 31-year-old one. We don't need that. So I understand them going out using a 5th round compensatory pick to get this guy because that's what they were going to use to begin with. You know, I think they were going to use the 5th round compensatory pick to even draft a person.
Hey,
what?
Hey, Angry.
I do want to pick your brain corner.
Hey, CJ said right here, it was funny. I just wanted to acknowledge it because it made me laugh, man. He said, why the fuck is it always the quarterback fault? My daddy got my daddy got, what is that? My daddy got 4 different baby mamas. Is that my mama fault? Damn.
You know what? To a T, to a point it is. Are you the 4th child? Because your mama should have known he already had 3 baby mamas after that. So are you the 1st child? Or are you the 4th child? Because to a certain extent, it might be your mom's fault.
I had to acknowledge that, but hold on. I want to say something. Go ahead, Andrew.
I just want to say this real quick, and we talk about the fire. We talk about the fire as if the quarterback's the one that's bringing the fire to the house. The house is already burned down. What we're doing is continuously putting logs on the fire, pretty much. It is a systemic issue that is within the fabric of this organization that has to be changed. A championship fabric has to come back within this building, and I don't believe we've had it. We've had more of a marketing value for the Dallas Cowboys as far as the heads go. But
so, I want to say something. Hold on. I want to say something what Corner said though. He said, "You said it don't matter what quarterback it is, just bring them in here and draft and develop." That's kind of like what you said. Well, that's what the Dallas Cowboys just did. Hold on, that's exactly what they did. You said you draft and develop. That's exactly what they just did. They just traded for a young quarterback. He's gonna be behind Dak. You can develop him. You know what I'm saying? He was drafted last season, so he's still young. Developing. That's basically what you said. It's just they didn't do it in the draft. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't really give up a lot for him. So it's the same thing. Because in order to get a decent quarterback on average, it's usually going to be a high draft pick. I know about the Tom Brady 6 rounds, the Dak's the 4th, the Tony Romo undrafted. We get that. You know what I'm saying? But on the average, it's usually going to be a high round, first round pick to get like mostly a decent quarterback. Most of them. Not all the time, but most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So what we did is we brought in a young quarterback, and now you can just develop him, like you just said.
And we probably would have drafted a quarterback in the 5th round anyway.
We did exactly what you said that you wanted.
Yeah. No, we didn't. We didn't draft a guy. We didn't draft a guy.
What's the difference?
Schottenheimer was an offensive coordinator, probably not even in the scouts meeting room when Joe Milton was discussed at Tennessee. So how much does Schottenheimer know of this guy? Unless Clayton Adams, Connor Riley, these assistants, offensive coordinators, unless they know something about Joe Milton. You know what I'm saying? So that's why is this a Schottenheimer call, or was this Jerry Jones being cheap Jerry? Schottenheimer should be able to bring in his guy.
It probably was one of those daggone because we got a lot of young coaches coming from the college rankings. They done seen Joe Milton do it. You feel what I'm saying? So maybe they see something that maybe Schottenheimer might not, because they don't play part against this guy. You feel what I'm saying? So like getting Joe Milton, we basically drafted him in the 5th round, giving up a 5th round pick. You see what I'm saying? And we're gonna draft a quarterback probably in the 5th round anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because we need more players besides the quarterback right now. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. See, Jerry got y'all fooled. So we're going to sit here and be content that we got an ex-NFL player on a cheap, and that's our draft pick. No, he has 3 years left on his deal. A draft pick would have had 4 years. See what I'm saying? You have to keep that mentality out of your brain because you're losing a year under his contract. I would rather have 4 versus the 3. And there's no guarantee Milton's going to be here for the 3 years. He can look like Trey Lance in the 3rd preseason game, and he gets bumped back to the 3rd just like Trey, and he's gone next year. So we got to keep that mindset aside. We lost a year, and we lost a draft pick for a guy that can maybe do it.
Yeah, but I was just touching on what you said, draft and develop. Why they can't develop him? What if he is a quarterback, not ready now, but he's going to sit behind Dak for a year, maybe 2.
That's the $1 million question. The what if? We don't know. We gotta look at him. Trey Lance didn't have a bad preseason game, the first game, the second game, and that 5th game came and he threw 5 interceptions. So we gotta look at the evaluation as a whole, right? And we, Trey Lance's problem, he was a runner first, then a thrower. It never worked. And when he was wanting to throw, he threw 5 picks, did not look good. 2 weeks later, what happened? Dak got extended. That's not a coincidence, people. Jerry Jones really wanted Trey Lance to play well. Jerry Jones wanted Trey Lance to play well, and he didn't, and that's why Dak got that extension.
Yeah, of course.
We already knew. We acknowledged that already.
Of course. Just for the simple fact that if Trey Lance comes in, balls out of control and shows that he can run that offense, then it's great for everybody. It's great for the team to have that cheap quarterback. So yeah.
Yeah. And just so I can say this real quick. If Trey Lance would have came in and balled in the preseason and then started the regular season off and we'd have had a good season and went to the playoffs, y'all wouldn't hear me complaining.
Keep it rolling.
You know what I'm saying? And Dak is over there on the bench and we doing good. I wouldn't be complaining. I liked Romo. I liked Romo, but when Romo got hurt and Dak came in and went on that run, I wasn't on here to put Romo back in there, put Romo. No, we winning.
Don't break up a good thing. You think Pat Man was out here crying about putting Bledsoe back in over Brady? No.
We winning. I don't care, bro. I want to win, bro. Whether that's Trey Lance, Milton, Dak, whoever. The reason I say Dak is because they signed him. He's a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But if you can tell me and Angry talked about this, I think like a show ago, right? I asked him, I said, hey, Angry, if I told you Dak Prescott just got signed, but he got to sit the bench, and another quarterback gonna come in here, we're gonna go a deep run in the playoffs, what would you do? Would you be mad? He said no. But Dak is on the bench, Angry though, but still we winning, we good. You know what I'm saying? Like
well,
we just want to win, bro. We just want to win, bro.
I don't know. We can do the scenarios. We can do the what ifs. We can go to La La Land if we want to. But at the end of the day, this is what we got. And to angry Cowboy fans' point about this dumpster fire, who's the highest paid in the company? The CEO, right? So when you look at the players aspect of it, who's the highest paid? Dak Prescott. He's the CEO. So when you look at credit, when you look about accountability, when you look at a lot of things, it's going to funnel up to who in a company? It's going to funnel up to the CEO. Either he's going to get a raise because he's doing good, or they're going to terminate that CEO because he's doing bad. When you look at Dak Prescott, the first thing we hear is what? He's a good leader. We don't hear he's a good football player. With Tom Brady, we heard first he's a good football player. Aaron Rodgers, good football player. Patrick Mahomes, good football player. Josh Allen, good football player. Lamar Jackson, good football player. Then it might be leadership second. With Dak, it's the other way around, and we have to look in the mirror and realize that. He's a good leader first. But then you look at the leader aspect of it. When he's on the field, if your manager, angry Cowboy fan, if your manager says, hey, guys, let's go. We're going to do this in production. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. And I need you guys. I need you guys here. Let's do it. He's talking, right? But then someone gets hurt on the line, and the manager's like, nope. I ain't going to do that. You're going to look at that leader and say, he ain't a very good leader, is he? So what that boils down to is when you look at the football field and you look at the Packers game, when you look at the 49ers game, you look at it, Dak's giving fist bumps. Hey, look, next drive, guys, next drive. Pick. All right, guys, next drive. 3 and out. All right, guys, next drive. When is he going to put that foot forward and go score a touchdown? That's what OG was kind of saying in the argument. The defense is already at 25 snaps. The offense only did 10. Why? 3 and out. Tank Lawrence made a point. I'm tired. We got tired because they were on it was 27-0. How they were on the field. They got to stop. On the second drive, the Packers punted. Dak threw an interception. So it boils down to, I'm sorry, I'm almost done, I promise. It boils down to there's a big log that's hot. It's cold ready. You could probably make some brisket out of that thing for 16 hours, how hot that big log is. And that big log says Dak Prescott. Because that's the CEO of the players. That's the guy that lacks the leadership when it matters. That's the fire there.
When I think of CEO, I think of somebody that ain't got to answer to a damn person. Dak Prescott has somebody to answer to, and that's the coach. Like you said, whenever you came in here, there's nuances to this where there's levels, whether it's the ownership, the coaching staff, and the players. Like Dak Prescott, leader. Okay, bam. He is a good leader. But as far as like game plan and stuff like that is concerned, like that comes from your coaching staff. Like, and that's why I said I wanted to pick your brain on the whole Mike McCarthy situation. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when I talk about the CEO, I was excluding him into the players. What player is going to question Dak? What player is going to call out Dak? See what I'm saying? There's no. I bet that defense wants to so bad,
right?
But they're not going to do it.
That's what I was
Diggs caught him out.
Big just cussed him out on a two-a-day practice field, and a hot mic caught it. We would have never known Diggs caught him that if it wasn't for the hot mic. I need someone to go into that game. Go on the. You know how Des Bryant was all animated and did. Go in Dak Prescott's face and go get damn animated. Slap the dog shit out of him. Tell him to wake up because he's playing like horse shit out here. When I talk about the CEO, I'm talking about peers. I'm talking the coaching. Who's going to hold Mike McCarthy accountable? Schottenheimer was shaking his head at meetings disagreeing with Mike McCarthy. There was somebody speaking up there, right? Stephen and Jerry have to answer to the media, and the media holds them accountable. What players in the Cowboys locker room is really holding Dak Prescott accountable for his actions. There's not one. And if there is one, I would like to know.
Got that contract, and I do what I want to do now. I don't care what nobody say. This is how I feel. If I throw a pick, I throw a pick. I don't care. I know I'm going to come back on the field. I know I'm going to play the next pick. If I throw another pick, I'm going to come out and play again. And if I throw another pick, I'm going to come out and play again. Nobody said I'm going to bench your ass for playing horrible. When we start seeing that, that's when we'll know we see change.
So Eddie Lowe said hold Micah accountable. What did Malik Hooker do last year on Twitter? He called Micah out about that podcast.
Right.
Why can't we do that for Dak? Why can't players do that for Dak? Micah's been held accountable for that damn podcast and for the things he's done. But when is it time for Dak Prescott to get the same treatment? When can a player come out publicly?
Because they're scared. Because they're scared to make moves.
Dak does not get the same treatment from a lot of these Dackers. They just don't. They don't, because it's Dak and then it's an excuse.
Yep.
It's Dak and then it's another excuse. It's never, you know what, Dak did X, Y, and Z, and he needs to step up. He needs to play better. He needs to be the guy.
It's always this thing, like, you can see all the wrongs, but you just can't see what does go right. And of course, we haven't made it to an NFC championship past the divisional round or whatever, but it's like everything that somebody says, it's a negative, as if he doesn't know, he doesn't even know football. That's the exaggeration that a lot of people put on this thing. And it's like, no, I see with my own eyes what it takes. You know what I'm saying? What it takes to win a championship. And I see from the top down that it's not happening.
Right. I got you. Man. I think we all just want to win, bro. Everybody got their own opinions, but we all just want to win, man.
We want to win, but we want to win, but we don't want change. We want to win. We don't want change. We haven't. When is change coming? When is change going to happen? When is it going to do? 4 more years from now, basically.
I mean, I'm with change. If he regresses to a point where you're just looking at it and it's like he is the sole reason why we are losing. The sole reason, because we went out through last year, and what was the complaint? The complaint every game, because we seem to, it's shocked us, it surprised us in the Green Bay game that we didn't come out on all cylinders. The entire season we sucked in the first quarter, coming out in the second quarter, scoring. Third quarter, sometimes remained scoreless, and then the fourth quarter, this explosion. That was the 12-5 seasons, and people were cool with that. You know, I'm sitting back saying that, no, we need to straighten up. Do you think that's a quarterback issue, or is that an entire scheme issue?
Whoa. You just said if we see Dak do what now? What was the word you used? If we see Dak, and next year you said if we see Dak do what now? Digress?
Yeah. Like regress.
Regress. Okay.
He got injured this year, and
no, hold on. Talk about. He played 8 games before he got injured. Time out. Hold on. He was 3-5, and he was on pace for 18 interceptions. What does that tell you? Is that regressing?
Right.
Yeah, that's regressing for a season, my dude. Like for a season. So it's like you can only what? You can only have
we
one.
saw the Cowboys go 3-5 before and finish 7-1. So like, what are we getting at here? Like, you can't try to bake games off of like, it's unfortunate he went down, but what if he turns it around like he did the same time they had a 3-5 start? Like, we can't try to, like, y'all kill me with this Dak hate. It's not really hate because it's fair criticism. Nobody's above criticism. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying, nobody's trying to sit here and make excuses for Dak. Because when I do the blame upon myself, I feel like it's like you got, I would say 20% on the team, then you get put a little bit on Jerry, then you put something on Dak. It's just like, but it seems like that small majority wants 100% to be on Dak. I get it, because he's the quarterback, he's the face of your team, but like, damn, bro, like, when are we gonna get to a point where it's like, okay, it's not Dak. In certain moments, it's not Dak. Like, okay,
can I ask you? Hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick, Corner. Let me ask you a question.
All right, go ahead.
How much is he getting paid?
Okay, he's the highest paid in the league. Okay, I get that.
So is there any kind of in your brain, any kind of accountability Dak Prescott needs to take?
I just said that. I just said it.
He just said that.
Nobody's
for
above
men making that kind of money, you don't even have to win the Super Bowl to get to the NFC Championship no more to even sniff that kind of money. You can make a stat season out, a whole stat season, and you get $20, $50 million. Not even to make it to the championship game. Hell, I guess I can be at my job forever and make a lot of money and not worry about a damn thing. I'm good. I mean, it's about making money now. Ain't about winning the championship game. So where are we headed now? Are we just about making money and getting clicks and views and likes as YouTube subscribers? Last time I checked, it was about winning NFC championship games and Super Bowls. So what? You guys got to make your mind up now. Make your mind up. What side of the fence you on? Are you on my side of the fence where winning matters, or are you on the money side? Because ain't no way he would have got that money back in the Teddy the Bradshaw days and the Troy Aikman days and the Joe Montana days. No way he would have saw that kind of money. No way he would have got on and sniffed the championship game in the McNabb days. Ain't no way. So what are we on now? Are we on winning championship games? What side of the fence are you on? Now talk to me.
I'm all about winning. Like,
okay,
the best product on the field. But as a collective, has this been the best product aside from the quarterback? Stop using low-hanging fruit in Dak. But aside from the whole aspect of the team, if we can include the quarterback too as part of the team, has this been the best product available this past season? Can you say this was the best product this past season?
You can't simplify it to one season because they didn't even go to the playoffs this year. They got the 12th pick in the draft. What you have to talk about is being the only team to win 36 games in 3 years and not even make it to an NFC Championship game. The Cowboys hold that record, and the guy that was throwing those interceptions to Green Bay, he scored for the Packers before he scored for the Cowboys. Right? Where's the accountability for that? It was 27-0. I get it. They went down the field that first drive, and penalties helped them. Two penalties helped them on that first drive. They went down there and scored. The second drive, what happened? The defense forced the punt. Dak threw the interception. You go to Twitter. Brandon Cooks made Dak throw the pick. No, dog. That's not the way it works. Fast forward last year. CeeDee Lamb wasn't throwing red zone interceptions. Where was the accountability on that? Where was the accountability at the bye week that Brendan Aubrey had more points than Dak Prescott? He had 53 points. Dak had 50 points. Where's the accountability? We got to stop looking at these Madden NFL fantasy stacks. We have to start looking at the facts. He's regressed already. He can't stay healthy. We're talking about a 32-year-old quarterback who already has cinder block feet that can't even run. Sounds of the sideline. Dak Prescott's watching tape. He goes, oh, man, I need to pick up my feet more. What? What are you talking about? You got to pick up your feet more. You're the one running the ball.
Corner. Let's say we agree with everything you just said.
You should. That's facts.
But they signed him. Hold on, no. But they also signed him, which is facts. So why do we completely I don't. That's where it lose me at because I didn't sign him. You didn't sign him. Jerry signed him. It's Jerry team, which I don't agree with Jerry all the time. He signed him. So now why are we talking about what he don't do? When it should be what we need to do to put ourselves in the best position to be successful. And if not, and if we just not gonna be successful, then I'm not saying you or OG, but Cowboy fans shouldn't just watch the game then because he signed. It's nothing we can do about it, bro. Nothing. We can say he trash. He haven't got it done. He got center block feet. He throw interceptions. All this he signed. So it's nothing we can. What are we gonna do?
No. This is what I want.
Go ahead.
This is what I want. This is what I want, Sports Junkie. This is what I want. I want accountability. That's what I want. I'm tired of hearing the excuses for this quarterback. I'm tired of y'all should be tired of thinking of excuses. It's like I got a book. It's a Dak excuse Bible. It's like, come on now. We'll call it the Bible, the Dak instructions before leaving excuses. That's what we're gonna call it, the Bible. All right, so we have to hold some accountability here. Angry fan,
what's happening?
how do you think you can hold Dak more accountable? Yes or no?
To your degree, no, but I do hold accountable.
See, that's the problem because last year, offseason, what was it? Oh, Dak was second up in MVP. What's the standard? We've lost for 30 years and we forgot the standard. And as Cowboy fans, hang the damn banner up right next to the 5 banners that say Super Bowl champions and put second in MVP vote. Matter of fact, let me pull up this tweet real quick because this was ridiculous. This is the type of stuff that I hate to see. Give me 2 seconds. I promise I'll pull it right back up. This guy tweeted, underrated. Cowboys superstar quarterback Dak Prescott has a 33-8 career record against the NFC East. Dak Prescott has a record of 9-4 against the Eagles. What does that mean? What does that matter? So let's just hang those banners up too.
Right.
Because he forgot one record, 2-5 in the playoffs.
Argue those numbers. I get what you're saying, but you can't argue those numbers.
Go ahead, bro.
Now, go ahead, Junkie. Go.
No, I said now that you said all that, you read all those facts, but he's still signing.
Okay, check this out.
So why are we arguing about it? I don't get it.
Because he don't get enough.
I didn't sign him. Angry didn't sign him.
And that's fine. That's a cop-out argument, sports. That's a cop-out argument because I need you. If I'm telling you Dak is X, Y, and Z, and all you have to say is, well, he's signed. You're not making an argument that telling me that to convince me that Dak is good enough. You can be good, but are you good enough?
Because I'm not trying to convince you that he's good enough. I'm trying to convince you.
You should change my mind.
And it's not no reason for us to keep talking about it if he's signed. Like I don't like he signed.
I knew you was gonna go there. I knew you was gonna say the same thing. I would never know.
If he had a no trade clause, if he didn't have a no trade clause, I think it would make more sense to have this discussion. But if he signed, what is it that we arguing about really?
Yeah,
we're arguing about because you're scared to move forward,
bro.
That's your problem. I have not heard one of you guys come out and say, "Look, we ain't came up 2 years ago. You had a game plan. You had a game plan to come in and say, look, we had Lance to come in and try to help, but then." Lance came in, he pushed the shit out of that president, and he pushed his ass, and he said, I ain't never ran that hard in so long. He was out there throwing the ball and completing passes, running Dak Prescott off the field, showing his ass out. It was so humiliating that they were so scared, they ran Lance out on the field and then ran him back out on the field again, and then said, well, we ain't going to show you what we got here. And then they messed up on that one right there.
If y'all argument,
the problem
is
no.
If y'all argument is they should not re-sign him to another contract, okay, I'm with you. We can have that kind of discussion. But as of right now, he signed. So why are we gonna sit here and talk about what he didn't? I don't get it.
Because you don't hold him to a standard that's about winning. You hold him to a standard to make sure that he proves you right. That's why I'm here.
Why can't we just hold the team to that same standard? Like, why do we always have to single out Dak? That's what Junkie get to. That's what Angry
Check this out.
That's what I'm gonna keep getting at. Like I said, nobody's above criticism. Not even Tom Brady, 7-time Super Bowl champ, is above criticism. He played bad his last year, but that doesn't change the fact that he's still not the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's above criticism. I can hold Dak accountable, but I'm not going to sit here, oh, Dak is trash, Dak is this, Dak is that, Dak is all. No, I'm just not going to do that because it takes 22 guys, 11 on offense and 11 on defense, to get things done. Have there been games where Dak did not show up? Yes. Has there been games when the defense didn't show up? Yes. Have there been games, even though they're season games, not really playoff games, but has there been games as a collective where they put it together on both sides that they got it done. Like, yes, it's been my.
Have you been? Let me ask you this question. Have you been happy?
The talk of the Cowboys should be, what can we do in free agency in the draft to put the whole team in a position to be successful? We sitting up here arguing about what Dak didn't do when he signed. It's like marrying a woman didn't get mad at that you married her. Like, bro, it's a stop sign. It's a stop sign. We're arguing with a stop sign.
Bro. Let me ask you a question. Are you happy? Are you happy with Dak Prescott?
No, I'm not happy. I want to win.
Okay, but why haven't you pushed for change yet? Why haven't you pushed for change?
Go watch my video. You ain't watch my videos, man.
What'd you say? I'm asking you now. What'd you say?
I don't criticize that when he threw all them interceptions and all kind of shit. Go look.
Okay,
it's in there.
Okay, then.
The proof is in there. The proof is in there. All you gotta do is go type in Sports Junkie and go look at my videos when I'm criticizing that. But he signed, bro. So what is
what do you want? Okay, let me ask you. What do you want from him right now?
We about to wrap this up, dog.
What do you want from him right now?
What I want right now is in the draft, skill positions in the draft to try to better this team.
No. What do you want from Dak Prescott right now?
What do you mean? What I want? I want him to play good, man, and to make a deep playoff run. That's what I want.
That's it.
That's what I want.
That's it. You don't want a championship game. You don't want a Super Bowl. A deep
the standards.
You see, that's going to the Super Bowl. Oh my goodness! Y'all want to come at me so bad, bro? You're not listening. I said make a deep playoff run. I can't say do I want a Super Bowl? That's common sense. I shouldn't have to say that.
A deep playoff run means winning 2 games. An NFC championship means you win the championship and you go play for the Super Bowl. That's what you should want.
Do you think I want to? Do you think I want to win 2 playoff games and just lose and I go to the Super Bowl? I shouldn't have to say that, bro. That should be common sense. You asked me what I want from Dak Prescott. He hasn't made a deep playoff run. This is a lot of stuff y'all say to me. So what I'm saying is I want him to have a good season and make a deep playoff run and win a Super Bowl. Let me say that. I want him to win a Super Bowl. But if I say that, y'all gonna call me damn near delusional. So I said make a deep playoff run. That's the issue.
No, it's a Bible, you know. Dak instructions before leaving excuses. That's what it is.
We're not going to agree on the topic of Dak Prescott. It's not going to happen. Nobody is going to talk anybody into like convincing anybody to do anything, switching sides or whatever. At the end of the day, we're Dallas Cowboy fans. Right. At the end of the day, we want to win. That's what it is.
Change. We won't change. That's what we want.
You want change in order to do what, there, OG? You want change in order to do what?
Yes, in order to win the NFC championship game.
There you go. What I just said.
You ain't gonna fool me. So you got to understand. You got to understand what's in front of you. If you
we're gonna agree to disagree.
Fooled, I know that if you continue to get
I'm hungry as hell right now.
Drama,
you're getting me hangry, dude. I ain't got a Snickers. Real talk.
OG, what you saying is you won't change. Yeah. What you should be doing is pushing for to change to Jerry Jones to get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what you should be doing because let's just say
you have no say over that until he's gone.
He's still gonna be Jerry, so he's still not gonna bring in players. He's still not gonna do shit. So I start with Jerry to me, man.
Bunch of Dibbles in here.
You have to start flipping your page. You got to start flipping your page to bring in change. You got to start doing it.
The only page they're flipping is the excuse page. See which excuse they can use next.
So what it is what it is, man. And what's sad is the simple fact, like, we've been on this motherfucker for like 3 hours and some change.
Okay,
and for the past 2 hours, we have not talked about the draft or anything.
I gotta get ready to go to work.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's talk about the draft.
We'll do the draft and stuff. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do the draft and stuff like that tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to get ready to go to work, man. So, you know what I mean? But y'all know y'all all welcome all the time. I don't agree with y'all, though. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Corner said you know what? Hey, Corner, you said the Bible, right? Let's say, you know what? I agree with everything you said. We need to hold Dak accountable. Everything you said, he still signed.
Right. So that's an excuse. That's an excuse.
That's a fact.
We got to keep Dak because he signed. Excuse. That's you're a Bible.
He has no trade clause.
In the year of our DAC 2025. In the year of our DAC, and that's an excuse written in the Bible.
Yep.
Hey man, I gotta get up out of here, Angry. You can stay on if you want to, man, but I gotta.
He's hungry. You gotta go.
Now, man.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Man, it was good. Nice little healthy, nice little discussion, man.
It was a good conversation, fellas. Appreciate y'all coming up.
Pick it up.
All right.
OG, you out here in Texas, OG? You out here in Texas, OG? You out here in Texas?
Hey, Andrew, I gotta bounce, man.
We got to discuss that. We ain't got to discuss that, though. We got to discuss that.
No, I'm out here. I'm way away from Texas. I'm from the SIP, though.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Hey,
all right, look.
Hey, salute to y'all, bro. I'm sorry to run real quick, but I got a dip, man. All right,
man. Oh man, I hate that everything. I'm over here bugging out. There we go. I hate that everything has to be a damn civil war. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has to be a debate.
Hey, Uncensored said Russell Wilson signed. He ain't got no trade clause though. Hey, but I gotta get up out of here, man. Salute to the chat, man. If we'll try to go on tomorrow, if not like the next day or something, we'll see what's up. Then we'll talk about the draft and all that, bro. But my last thing is, bro, Dak is signed, bro. I can't change nothing. He signed. I didn't sign him. Y'all be coming at me, Jerry, like I think Andy said, and I signed him. They come at me like, why you didn't hold him accountable? I didn't sign him, but the man signed. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't
see.
Hey, salute to the chat, man.
It's just like this, man. We live in a time where it's like if you have any type of opinion about something that is opposite of their opinion, they're gonna try to put you down about it. It's like, bro, don't we like the same motherfucking team? Like we like the same team. We want to get there. So how do we get better? Oh, well, Dak didn't do this in 2000, blah, 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 blah. That didn't do this in third grade. It's like, how can we get better now? Like, what can we do? What are we going to do in this draft? But anyway, man, it is what it is. Like I said, people have their opinions. I have my opinion. You got your opinion. I respect all opinions, but please be respectful when you are on the platform. That's all I ask. But all right, man. Be good, brother. Y'all be good in the chat. We up out of here. Peace.
You know we gotta give facts over feeling. Angry Cowboys fan and sports junkie straight chilling. If you want that raw and uncut with them Cowboys facts, put your comment in the chat, cause we'll talk back. Leave the hating at the door and just chill with the vibe. And if you with it, hit the like button and subscribe. If facts over feeling, this is how it's designed. So buckle up, everybody, and enjoy the ride.